so good to see that we have such an active chat already. Hi everyone, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream, welcome to the comfy side of space. Hi everyone, how is your week so far? Tell me everything. Let me greet you individually now. Okay, let me see. So I see Raven. Hi, welcome back. Good to see you again. Hi, Yorsh. Good to see you again as well. Hi, Mao. Hi, Mocha. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Okay. Hi, Jolly. Hi, how are you doing? Oh my gosh. Speaking of Ace, guys, I gotta tell you something. The reason I was a little bit late is a good reason because I was attending the premiere of Ace's new cover. So let me give you a link and let us spread some kindness in a sense that I would love you guys to go listen to this cover, okay? I think Ace did a great job for real, for real. So yeah, take a listen. And if you have something kind to say, as always, don't hold back. Don't hold back. It's okay. I will always promote my friends. You guys know me. I will be always promoting my friends. So yeah. Speaking of the hello world, guys, I was recently very disappointed in a sense that I was playing Hankai Star Rail, right? And there was a character who is amazing and I love her so very much, but they did a trope that I would really, really love to steal for my debut video, but I feel like it wouldn't make sense since they already did that in the game. So they used this hello world because this character is like transcending time and space, I guess. Cyrene, I mean, in case you know who I'm talking about. So she kind of, when she prevented some really bad things happening to the universe, she sent a message all across the universe in different languages, and it was this hello world. And after that, I read that it is like the first phrase you learn to code in any coding language. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard. And after I heard that, I was like, damn, it would be such a great concept for myself. But unfortunately, unfortunately, they already used that, and I'm so sad that I didn't know that before. I saw that trope, and they already utilized it. So yeah. Okay, let me read your comments. Okay. Console right line. Print hello world. Yeah, so that was the thing that I was a little bit sad about. Since you guys mentioned it, I decided to tell you about this. But this is such a great concept. In general, I think it is so lovely that the first phrase you learn to code is hello world. This is so amazing. It's like no matter which language you actually speak, I guess the current language might be the language that you all can learn, and that is very lovely. Yeah. So yeah, hi everyone. I see that we have so many viewers today. Oh my gosh, I am a little bit shy, and also it's the first stream since my birthday, right? Oh, so I need to thank you guys. I read all of your kind wishes, all of your congratulations, and thank you so much. I really, really, really enjoyed receiving so many good wishes. Thank you, thank you. Mm. So yeah, as you guys know, I premiered a new cover on my birthday. So go check it out. Maybe after the stream. Because yeah, unfortunately YouTube algorithms kinda died. These days they did something really strange with their algorithms, so now you can see my videos even less than usual. So yeah, I will be warning you guys as usual that I posted something so you won't miss it. But yeah. How was my birthday? It was really good. It was really good. I loved it. I first of all, I went to the what do you call it? Like the master class? I guess a lesson of working with ooh, wait, let me collect my English. I can't talk. And working with clay. Like let me Google a couple of words so I can form my thoughts correctly. um so yeah, it says sculpture. So yeah, like working with clay class. I booked it and I went there with my friends and it was so freaking amazing. We were working on some vases. We were given the options. We could use we could work with clay in a sense that we could work with our hands, so we can do like literally any shape. Then the second option was we could make a flat like surface, flat dish, I guess. And then the a third version that we ended up choosing was the potter's wheel. That's what the translator says to me. Yeah, potter's wheel, kiln. Yeah, it says that it's called potter's wheel. So yeah, the spinny thing where you shape your clay and you make a vase. If my vase ends up being cooked well, because there is a possibility, we were warned by the master that there is a possibility that our works might fracture in the kiln. There is always a possibility with the clay for that. So yeah, but if it ends up good, I will probably show it to you guys. Yeah. So it is really pretty. And it will be even prettier after it is all finished. But we have to wait for like around a month because our work was to come there, to shape it, and to color it. But after that, this like place, this workshop is working further by themselves because they're like fire it multiple times. So yeah. And it's a pretty busy shop. That is why wait is so long. There is a lot of works when you come in. There is like 2 or 3 stands with a lot of work. They're like filled to the brim. So yeah, a lot of people come there. It is in the center of the town, and it's a big town. So yeah, you have to wait, but hopefully it will be so pretty in the end. Then it is not all. It is not all. First of all, let me read your comments. Okay, websites. Gosh, you guys. I need to call Alex Starr to talk to you about coding because he's also working on some sites. He recently made a site that I can go there. It's like it's his personal site. Basically, any commissions that he accepts, he can accept through there. But also, it is very, very convenient for me because I can go there and I can click submit a project or like suggest a project, and then I give you the links to the original song, to the instrumental, and then I write like the name of the song, and then I'm like, okay, that line will be this, and then all he does, he like listens to it and he reports me back the price for it, and it comes to me in a bot that he also like made. So it is amazing. So yeah. Okay, let me come back to the comments. That sounds fun. Yes, and really pretty. Yeah, I did it like a gradient colors. So it's like it's coming from lighter green down to darker green, and also there's some splashes of yellow, and also inside this vase is also light green. So I'm really interested how it will be looking when it's all done, because it also will be glazed, so it will be like a little what do you call it? It will be a little bit shiny. Spamming hearts like crazy. You're still here, babe. That is so cute. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Have you seen the new Life is Strange game? Yes. I will go to it in a second. Let me finish the talk about my birthday because I have something to brag about. Something else that I have to brag about, and I'm gonna explode if I won't say it right now. Let me calm down. The second present that was basically half a present to me from myself and half a present from my friend to me. So we paid half and half for it. So it is a new mic. It is a new mic. The one I was talking about, the one that is costing 250. We bought it. And it's, ooh, I never sounded better. I never freaking sounded better. So yeah, it is a really good one. It's not like the best and the interesting, obviously, but it is considered a really good one, both for vocals and for voice acting work. So I'm so excited. So yeah, hopefully the next month, 2 out of 3 will be recorded on the new mic already, because I will be recording them these days. Hopefully. Yeah. I'm so happy about it. I checked it. I also posted on Twitter that, oh my gosh, why do I sound so so lovely, so sexy? But for real, I do sound very, very soft on this microphone. But also, since it's more sensitive than my current one, I also have to pay extra attention to how my voice sounds before recording. I have to take extra care of it, because if the previous mic could cut me some slack because it didn't show the full picture of my voice, full range of my voice, this one shows everything. Even the bad parts. So yeah, we will have to work with this. Okay, let me read. I'm a fight ace with the hard spam. Okay. Let me go back. Why do you want me to leave? I don't, but I'm amused that you're still here, because you always have some important work to do. I'm so grateful that you're here. I'm just a little bit shy. Okay. I can't click faster, no way. Okay. Use the other clicker extension. Isn't it illegal? I don't know. I just know that people used it to farm bitcoins. Whatever. random info coming into my mind. I'm on my phone, I can't. Okay. It's a hassle to say and it can't comment. You always sound like that. Lovely and sexy. Thank you. The Riz. I love her accent. Ooh, what? Thank you. Guys, I'm about to explode, and I don't even have anything cold to drink to calm myself down. Okay, I need to calm myself. Okay. My finger hurts, but I'm sending hearts mentally. I feel it. Thank you so much. I feel the love. No way. It would get your Genshin banned. No way, not the Genshin ban. Also, speaking of Genshin, unfortunately, I was kind of half promising you guys to check out the tourist quest, the new Nacry quest on stream, but I ended up binge playing it because I was sad. And I decided that 6 hours of Genshin is what I really need in my life in that moment. So I binge played it. And I finished it. I loved it. And Yeah. Though I know that the Tori will be back. I know for a fact that he will be back. However, really, really interesting discussions I've seen on Twitter regarding the false sky and the fat borders or whatever. If you know what I'm talking about, that is really, really interesting. Someone's still challenging me. No way. It's not illegal. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Yeah, no tea, unfortunately. Mm. Yeah, lore is amazing, but also I saw on Twitter that okay, let me change my headpiece first of all. I want to be jingling. I want to be jingling in the mic, so that is something I need to do for my mental health. So give me a second. I just love how this headpiece is jingling. I think I told you guys about this one. It's like, oh, I told you about the other one. First of all, listen. Do I need to make an ASMR video? What do you think? So, I told you about another one. So this one is also Chinese style. It's like a stick, but there's also an acrylic butterfly attached to it and also some beads. The other one I was previously presenting to you was the sword one with some beads. So it looked like a golden sword. I'm spamming hearts so fast and I don't even know why. It is a competition. I guess you guys are very competitive. No, like, love you for real. Thank you so much. That is really awesome to see that hearts are flowing. That is really encouraging. It's year 3, yeah. One of my friends calls Twitter jail time. One of my friends was slandering me for sitting on Twitter. He was like, you're one of the Twitter weirdos, I guess. But then what he did, he not only downloaded Twitter, he also downloaded, I think, Reddit, because he was like, actually, I logged in and I realized that there's a lot of drama. So now he's like in the drama 24/7. It is insufferable. It is very bad. But yeah, but he does have some good memes. He does send me some good memes from there. So I guess it's a win situation for me, at least. Okay, me are going down in hell because of my meme. No way. No way. Also, while I was looking at you and you guys being so active, I remembered. You gotta work. No, okay. Have a nice work, nice and light and not heavy and fast. Have a very short but very productive work time. Okay. Thank you so much for stopping by. And again, guys, check out the cover. I will post a link again a little bit later so you won't forget. But yeah. Bye bye. But yeah, a thought that I had while looking at you guys. I also was scrolling Twitter, I think yesterday for a while, and I saw a very good point that it is very important for the community when it only starts growing. This is like the most important period because it is the time when the foundation of like the vibes and overall how people interact and how this community will be seen in the future. That is the time when it's formed. And if the community isn't like welcoming, if already existing members are acting weird towards like new people who are coming in the chat or like in the comments, I guess, and then it's like will not be very good community. So I wanted to praise you guys because I tend to see that whenever we have someone new in the chat, whether it's like a lurker who just decided to say hi, or if it's like completely new person, I can see you guys that you are always greeting them and like asking how are they doing, and like being very, very kind and gentle to them. And I wanted to thank you guys for that, because it is very amazing, and it's like all I ever wanted to my community to be. So yeah, I thank you for that, and I really hope that it will be continuing like this forward. So yeah, that is really, really sweet of all of you. Oh, okay. We will yap for around a couple minutes more, and then we will be slowly starting the game, okay? Yes, Miracles is the fandom name, because I am Mirror, and there are miracles. Because it correlates with my name, and also it's like magical and whimsical. Oh yeah, life has changed. Right, right. You only realized that now. Oh, guys, actually, for all of you who probably are here for the first time, I do have the tags and like fandom name in my channel description, so you can go there. There's a little bit of the rules also for like the community, and yeah, if it is the first time for any of you here, or if you didn't know that, yeah, I do have some info on my channel itself. So yeah. We are the miracles, and we create miracles that can't be explained. Yeah. We have Charlie Kirk. Have no idea what that person does, but hopefully they're good. Good for them. We carry the flame. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me take a sip of my water, and then we will talk about the new Life is Strange trailer, because I have things to say. So, first of all, why do they have a countdown in the video that releases after the countdown? Whatever. That is the lesser problem that I have with them. I just didn't like scrolling half an hour to the actual start of the video, but that is a me problem. That is a me problem. What I don't like in the trailer itself, first of all, on the contrast with how I reacted to Max as an adult, I told you guys before that I didn't think that Max should be like pretty. I never perceived her as pretty. I thought she's like an average looking girl, right? But it is an old game, the first part, and the graphics were not the best for like the time, I guess. And especially looking back now. So when I saw the like whatever, I always forget the name of that part. Double exposure. So when I saw parts of double exposure, I was like, wait, actually, like, hear me out. With Chloe, it is the opposite right now. First of all, she looks like, yeah, she looks very much like Max, first of all, but also she lost some of her visual identifying parts. I do feel like her eyes used to be looking different, and her lips form, and also her eyes used to be wider parts, and overall her face doesn't look like Chloe I remember, and it pisses me off. It pisses me off so much. I don't like how she looks. Second of all, judging from the trailer, I cannot see much of her punk side so far. Or will, I guess, see in the game if I ever get to play it. But she just feels so random. She feels like a retired rock star, you know. Which is a little bit sad. Also, yeah, she does look pretty similar to Max. Hair, yeah. Old Chloe is pretty. But this Chloe, she looks like someone who works an office job and occasionally dresses up after it and goes to a bar to drink some whiskey and think about the life she could have had if she didn't have an office job. Um, which is a little bit disappointing. I guess we will see. I didn't even play Double Exposure yet, so I'm no one to talk about characters and everything. But I don't know. It just seems a little bit weird to me. But most of all, her face. It just doesn't look the same. It doesn't have the same structure. I don't know. She looks like a lesbian aunt. No, it's worse. She's looking like a straight aunt. She's looking straight. I wouldn't actually. I wouldn't be surprised if in this timeline, if in this game, she would be having like male access. I don't know, but judging from the trailer, I would suppose that the timelines that Max ever prevented like merged together. That's why Chloe's back or whatever, because she acts surprised in the trailer that she's back. But I don't know. To be honest, I didn't play Double Exposure. I don't know how do they play out this like choice thing. So it is a little bit confusing for me so far. So we will see. Second of all, it feels very franchised in the sense that I cannot see the conflict right away. So far, it feels like they only gave us back Chloe to give them one last chance to be together or like to do something together, to be partners in time or whatever they like to call themselves. And I, as many people in the comments, am very afraid that they once more will give us a choice of staying together or letting Chloe go with some high stakes. So, food for thought. Graphics, immaculate. Very beautiful. I do think that they started working on this game at the same time that they started working on Double Exposure, and then they like collected some reviews and maybe changed something, because characters, graphics wise, they do look pretty much the same. Like comparing to Double Exposure. But yeah, Chloe's model, Chloe's face, Chloe's figure, she isn't. Oh my gosh, it feels like they even changed her body type. And Chloe was always like very slender. She's very long when you look at her. She's long, but she also used to like hunch a little, like, and it doesn't seem like they had some consistency with that. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very afraid of what will happen in this game. Okay, let me go back to your comments. I need to go sleep soon so I can stay for long. It's okay. Thank you so much for tuning in like for whatever time. So yeah. And the what will be here. Absolutely. Breakfast break, working overtime again. Oh my gosh, no way. Also have a nice meal. Let me see. I was about to say like old Chloe, me too. She's looking straight, mirror 2026. The way I accused her. It's like, guys, looking straight is an accusation at this point. If you're going to make a lesbian character looking straight and acting straight, it is an accusation from my side. Give me back my girl, okay? Give me back. Isn't that bad? It is. Check it out for yourself. I had to go, but I'll probably come back later for a few minutes. Okay, have a nice day, night. I think if you're going to sleep, then good night. Thank you so much for tuning in. For all the new viewers, we will be starting very, very shortly in a couple of minutes. Right now, we are discussing the new trailer of A Life is Strange new game. I don't remember which part they added to Life is Strange this time. It looks like they're continuing on adding something after the Life is Strange bit, which I think, yeah, it is okay for a series, but wouldn't it be so funny if they named the second game, I don't know, A Life is Stranger, like Life is Strange and then A Life is Stranger, because it's like the continuation. I don't know, it would be so fun, and I feel like they're missing on some whimsy with this naming. So yeah, we'll watch the trailer. Okay. Let me know how this goes and what do you think after that. Ooh. Okay, let me take a sip of my water and we will be slowly moving on the game screen. Exams! Wait! Oh, right. I forgot that people do have exams in winter. I'm free, and I'm cringe, and I'm free, so I do not have any exams. Some people said that Max from Stranger Things is stolen from Life is Strange. I didn't watch Stranger Things, and after some recent reviews, I don't think I will. I did watch one episode, the very first one, with my friends, but also after that he said that they did a really strange thing recently with like creating a love triangle out of nowhere. And also I unfortunately do not like one of the actors, so I just I don't know. It just doesn't really have any appeal to me. But yeah, it is a pretty popular series because when I was working in the store, we had some collab stuff with Stranger Things, and people were coming, and we were sold out for a while, and people were coming back like every day, like 20 people at least were coming back and saying like, hi, when this collab thing will be back in stock, and we were like, we don't know, but it was a lot of people looking for this like Stranger Things merch, so it says something, because over here people are not particularly fond of foreign series, I would say, at least like older generation. I would say that a lot of these people were from my generation or even younger, like kids. But yeah, overall, I don't think people here have the fondness of like American films or whatever. But yeah, it is still pretty popular here. But I do not see the appeal for myself. So yeah, let me see. I have a presentation next week. Oh my gosh. No way. They use ChatGPT? Who? Ban them. Bonk them on the head. Because this head is already empty. It will do no harm. I'm so sorry. I'm so against ChatGPT. I have the initial hatred, the inner hatred for it. I made the app for my thesis, but it still doesn't work. Don't worry about that. It will work. You just need to let it rest. Like, when you're making bread, you need to let the dough rest for a little bit, and then you need to come back. I feel like this is the same. You just need to get your mind off of it for a little bit, and then come back, and you will see why it's not working, and you will fix it. So yeah, good luck with your app. My Apple app doesn't work either. I have 1 week left. 1 week is a lot. 1 week is a lot. Again, the same advice for you. Do not worry. Just rest a little bit. and come back to it when you feel like you're having the urge to work. Or when the deadline urges you. Whatever works for you better. Whoever writes the scripts for Stranger Things, I feel like controversial take, hot take, whatever you call it. I feel like a lot of series do not need the amount of seasons that they get, because it is very, very uncommon that people who are working on the first season are staying from the first season to like 7th, for example. I don't remember how many seasons we have with Supernatural. I think 11, 12? Correct me if I'm wrong. I like lost count for count. I lost count a while ago. So it is very, very unlikely for the same script writers to be since the beginning till the end, because it's usually when like a series is getting such a long continuation, it's usually money based. They're trying to get some more money from it, so it's usually unlikely that they think ahead. So with Stranger Things, I do think that it is the same issue, that they started with one team, and by the time that it is right now, whatever season it is, I don't remember, 5th, they already, like, at least half of those people are not here anymore in this production team. So yeah, it is a thing that a lot of series suffer from. It's also a thing that Genshin suffers from, by the way. Not the same people, not the same story, unfortunately. I haven't watched Stranger Things. Yeah, me too. In the documentary, there was a scene where someone was using ChatGPT. Oh, you meant the screenwriters of Stranger Things? Oh. You know what? I'm not even surprised. I'm not even surprised at this point. But also, given a job to write a script to ChatGPT, it's like the best you can end up with is a Wattpad story. And it won't be even good, because there are some masterpieces on Wattpad. There are some masterpieces on like the AO3, but ChatGPT? Bye. As I said, you can bonk them on the head and it will do no damage, because this head is empty, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, let us for real now slowly move to the game. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let me see. What about a series of anime that have a lot of episodes, like 1K plus for season 1? Are you talking about what was that anime that everyone watches? One Piece? One Piece? Like, didn't they recently said that, like, okay, 1,000 episodes, we just finished the first season. And everyone was like, first freaking season? We were watching it for 10 years straight. What are you doing? But like, I don't know. I wonder if they have some consistency throughout the episodes. Because does it even matter if you divide your episodes into seasons? Like, does it even affect the consistency? I don't think so. I hope it ends before it dies. No! Oh my gosh. But imagine if someone... I'm pretty sure that there are people who were looking forward to see the end of One Piece season 1, and probably some of them didn't see it. There is a possibility. There's like 7 billion people in the world, or even more now. That is so sad. Anyways, let us go to the game. For real, I can yap like for 2 hours. I do not want you guys to wait because I see that we have some excitement in the masses for this game, judging from how many people tune in today. And yeah, thank you for that. We will start now. What are you reading there? Oh my gosh, guys. Speaking of fanfiction, I recently read a mind blowing, life changing, gut wrenching, soul shattering fanfiction for Husband Hotel. And it was so good. I was so sad that this other is not in the script cast. They did such a good job portraying the characters, like the how they act and everything. And I was like, damn, I can see that. I can see that. If only we had third season written by that person, it would be immaculate. Husband Hotel, of course, always. And wife Hotel. Husband and wife Hotel. I wonder, I wonder if they have in their hotel, there are some little in some cities there are corners where you can like get married. It's like unofficial, it's just for fun, but I wonder if they do have that in Husband Hotel, in like the hotel itself. It would be so funny. Has been, yeah. I was always thinking that they named it Has Been because it's like Has Been Hotel, because an idea, the concept it was a hotel, but what it emerged into, it's like questionable. I always thought that that's why they named it Has Been. I have to go sleep early. See you next time. Oh my gosh. No way. Thank you for tuning in, Jolly. Bye-bye. Okay, let me move on to my gaming screen. Danny Bunny. Danny Bunny. Danny Bunny. Oh, it is in Japanese too. Oh my gosh. It is in Italian. Oh my gosh, guys, missed chance to play this game in Italian because I'm not good in Italian yet. I'm not that good yet, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, I need to continue learning. Okay, let us find our save slot. Where is it? Oh, I assume this one. I assume it is this one. Yes. Okay, let me open my window and then we will start, okay? The window is open. Are you ready? Are you ready to start? Are you ready to see some horrors? The last time, as far as I remember, we ended on the bully boy being missing, and I don't. We will see why he's missing, I guess. Window. I was expecting the PC window. No way. If my PC had a window for air conditioning, it would be much better than it is right now because it's overheating and being noisy. Okay, let me connect my phone to the charger because otherwise I will lose you guys in a few minutes, and that is not something that we want, right? Okay, we can start finally. Okay, episode 3 on ants. The wolf's grey fur will stand. Okay, that is very ominous already. I realized that I didn't read the titles of the episodes before, but I will be from now on. He's the one who hated Baburin, the boy who is missing. You think he did it? I've heard he's a weirdo. I hurriedly wrapped my glasses. The glasses! Simeon was clutching them in his fist while I was getting beaten up. And in just a couple of hours, this lost item was lying on the ledge of my window. It was hard to imagine that Soma suddenly got guilty conscience and conscience, and returned my glasses in such a strange way. I was shocked, but kept walking towards the classroom, accompanied by nasty whispers all around me. That photo still stood before my eyes. Simeon has gone missing. Simeon is gone. His fat fingers will never get to my throat. His signet ring won't smash into my chin. He'll never humiliate me again. Is he happy or what tone should I use for that? Um, oh right, wasn't that what I wished for? Oh, he's like thinking again. On the other hand, did I really wish Simeon to become a murky stain on the notice board? He was still someone's son or her grandson, and he went through the same struggles as me. Did I really wish for my unseen companion to dispatch him in such a brutal fashion? Sorry. I didn't know the answer. Or I was just scared of it. Nonetheless, school still had something nice about it. Paulina, the girl with the violin, was like a mountain spring, like well water that you gulp down, pressing your lips against the outer ring of bucket, and can't ever get enough. What if I make her one of the characters in the story I'll draw? The protagonist will save her from terrifying monsters. I do not like this girl anymore, so very conflicting thing to read. As soon as I thought of monsters, a bunch of my classmates slid down the rails, smirking like the xenomorphs from the Alien. Okay. Excuse you? Okay. Some sound effects. Okay, let me stop intervening myself. Okay, let's continue reading. I immediately felt larvae of fear writhe in my stomach. I didn't want to cross paths with Ronka or Biasha after what happened yesterday, especially since Simeon suddenly went missing. And there she goes. I entered the classroom and went toward the last row. All of the chatter suddenly died down, so I walked there in complete silence. It felt like my classmates pushed and poked me with their stares. They carefully observed my every move. They looked at me with a mortifying mix of pity, ridicule, and derision. Derision, like a scientist look at an ugly representative of a newfound species of worms. I stared at the desk with a huge pile of library textbooks on top, my fists clenched. It felt like I was the one who disappeared in that snowy forest, and my desk was finally used for something worthwhile. Simon's empty chair stood in front of me. The chair that once belonged to Vova gathered dust somewhere in another classroom. And we can see something. Let's see. Okay, we see the portraits. I looked at the portraits of classical writers. My eyes stopped on Yesenin's photo. Last year, I was tasked with learning any poem, and Dad suggested I learn one about the dog Jim, written by Yesenin. I don't remember all the stanzas by now, but the last one was somehow deeply ingrained in my memory. I'm sure she'll come here in my absence. Please catch her eye. Go kiss her hand for me. For all my real or fancied errors, asking forgiveness of her in humility. That is really well translated, seems like. That sounds really well. Really good. An old, cheap slide projector. I called this model a tank because it looked like one. There was a time when I had a lot of cool fairy tales that we used to watch with Ted in complete darkness. I remember Little Raccoon and the One Who Sits in the Pond, Kipling's Mowgli, and many others. I was immediately swept away by the memory of the projector, okay, of its hot casing of its bright rays hitting the wall, turning it into a screen. It's a pity that the school slides were mostly about minerals and PSAs. Okay, guys, I'm slowly catching on my English. In a moment, it will be better. Everyone my age I knew had something like this in his arsenal. Powder firecrackers that blow up with a very loud sound. Oh, it's like the case that is laying on the desk, I guess. Yes. Especially inside an archway, It's said that they're produced in China and that a single one of them can blow your fingers off if you light it up and clutch it in your hand. Especially the black Corsair type. They won't be enough to blow up plastic soldiers, but when it comes to stuff made of plaster, they should work. Do we have anything else here? Seems like no. Okay, let us sit down. And let me read your comments before I continue. Someone got beaten up. Yeah, the last time we were bullied by the boy and who is now missing and his gang. But I guess not anymore. Yeah, no is like nor. It's like nor. I should not be doing that because one of my friends is Australian. But that is a little bit funny in like a cute way. It's just like an accent. They do a lot of R sounds at the end of the words, I guess. I'm gonna make this ASMR for now because my boss gave me a stack of papers I need to go through. I see. Good luck. Sit down. Yeah, sit down. Okay, let us continue. After a month of after a month, I can't read. Okay, let me take a sip of the water. After a moment of hesitation, I sat down at Baburin's desk, the place where I was supposed to be assigned by Lilia Pavlovna at first. The chatter resumed as if someone just unpaused a movie.
Бабушка Бабурина такой кипиш устроила, когда он домой не явился.
This ugly girl again. Baburin's grandma made such a fuss when he didn't return home. Well, of course, he is her grandson. Need a sponsor for tea. Yeah, absolutely.
Сначала в школу прибежала, потом ментов вызвала.
First she ran to the school, then called the cops.
Да-да-да.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I hate this. I hate her manner of saying yes, yes, yes. Katya snuck a cunning glance at me, then leaned into her neighbor and whispered something. Girls from the second row also leaned in. She shared something with them too. Whispers, nods. I kept catching her stare on myself. Her neighbors stared too. The whole class was watching me. It was like they felt the need to watch me because they were searching for traces of blood on my fingers. I wanted to defend myself and shout, "Guys, listen, I'm innocent!" The delinquents turned around and stared at me in silence. Their looks were dripping with malice. But why? What did I do to them? Their friend went missing and they still focused on me. Suddenly, I noticed Pyasha drilling a hole in my nose with his eyes. It felt like he was about to point his finger at me and shout at the top of his lungs. "Everyone, look!" Oh, he's like, he's the one without the front teeth. "Everyone, look! Baburin snatched his glasses yesterday, and now he has them back. Murderer!" But he remained silent, as if there was nothing special at all about my glasses. I may be going mad, but I think Pyasha knows something. He knows something, but he won't tell me what. As if looking for protection, I clutched the ruler until my hand hurt.
Не надо быть Коломбо, чтобы догадаться.
You don't have to be Columbo to solve this. What are we going to see in the glossary? Let us see. An American crime drama television series starring Peter Falk as Columbo, a homicide detective with the Los Angeles Police Department.
Кто на Бабурина зуб имел?
Who held a grudge against Baburin?
Кто его вчера ударил? Поиздевался, а после...
Who hit him yesterday? Bullied him and then... The metal ruler fell all out of my weak fingers. It hit the floor with a jingle, and that made the other kids shudder. Yeah, look the other way, you stupid little shits. I'm so angry! I hate this! They're all... Ooh! Gaslighting this boy! Okay. Katya bit her tongue and screamed nervously. Chairs scraped against the floor. My classmates moved away from me, closer to the exit toward the teacher's desk. I was not the only one to catch wind of the change. Romka and Biasha looked around and winced in contempt. Too bad that they weren't afraid of me like everybody else.
Да прикуси ты!
Shut it!
Бабурин, небось, с бабкой посрался и дымился.
I bet you Babern just got a whipping from his old hack and ran off.
Скоро найдется.
They'll find him soon.
Найдется, ага.
They'll find him all right.
Во овраге, со вспоротым брюхом.
In a ravine with his stomach cut open. I hate her. I gulped. Oh no! Why would you do that? Damn. They really do work well with the semi-realism style. Where's the teacher, bro? It's like before the class. She's not here yet. I imagine Sema on a snowy blanket, his face white like a fish belly, split down the middle by the crevice of his mouth, snowflakes falling on his glassy eyes and filling up his throat. See, I could almost hear his condescending tone. It's all your fault. But why was Simeon the only one get his just desserts for bullying me? Weren't all of them supposed to disappear? Romka, Biasha, Katya, alone with every laughing onlooker? My boy, not at the same time. Have some patience. Have some patience. Damn. Okay. Oh, there was something written on the screen. Pig? Oh yeah, it is. I'm watching back on my stream from the phone. It says like pig or something. Okay. Of course, Simeon did me a favor by disappearing. Thanks to him, my classmates now stared at me in awe. But that was the only side of the coin. What if I'll have to repay that favor soon? The door creaked. Alina entered the classroom. I straightened up in a hurry so she wouldn't see me looking like a scared critter. Polina went to her seat without looking at me. Of course she did. The ringer's shrill announced the start of the class.
Так, заканчиваем бардак. Дети, встаньте.
Alright, stop messing around. Class, stand up.
Петров, тебя это тоже касается.
You too, Petrov. Leila Pavlovna went to her desk, followed by a policeman in a uniform. No way! It was the man that visited us just recently, tall and his stare so sharp you could get caught on it.
Здрасте.
Hello there, kids.
Здравствуйте!
Hi! Hi! I like that they did like the... I don't know. Hi sounds very informal. Coming to like a policeman, I don't know.
Садитесь.
You can sit down, kids.
Познакомьтесь. Это старший лейтенант Константин Владимирович Тихонов.
Okay, I'm not reading all that. This is a senior lieutenant, Константин, let's call him.
Он
just
задаст
for his
вам
name.
несколько вопросов и проведет небольшую лекцию по безопасности.
He's going to ask you a couple of questions and give you a small PSA.
Лучше лекция от милиционера, чем уроки.
The class livened up. Talking to a policeman was way better than studying. I, on the other hand, was ready to sit through hundreds of hours of Russian literature just to escape the lieutenant's oppressive stare. Oh, the sound effects again. What name is that? Oh, they like... I don't know why they introduced him like in full with like the... What do you call it? You have like... usually in like English-speaking countries, you have a first name and the last name, but the one they had in between, it's like let me see how it's translated in English. Patronymic. So it's like it's a word originating from your father's name. So it's like you're like a son of Alex, and then you're like that is your patronym. Yep. He just has a really long one. So as far as I know, the rest of the world is not usually using them. I know that like in a couple of countries they still do, but I don't know. It feels unnecessary. I don't know why anyone would still use it. Okay, let us continue. His brown eyes felt around the classroom looking for me. Hair stood on the back of my neck, and an icicle had lodged in my gut.
А правда, что Бабурина маньяк убил?
Is it true that Baburin got killed by a serial killer?
Екатерина, ну-ка цыц. Вопросы здесь взрослые задают.
Shush, Ekaterina. Let the adults ask questions here. I hate this teacher.
Просто нам всем страшно.
We're all scared.
Может, убийца бродит где-то рядом?
Maybe the killer is somewhere close.
Или сидит у нас за спиной?
Maybe they're even sitting among us. Her sly stare was directed at me. I hate this girl! I hate this girl. I'm done to finally chill at Mira's reading. Oh my gosh. You flatter me. 5 a.m. Oh my gosh. You should get some rest. Okay, let's continue. Tikhonov stepped in between the rows of desks and started walking at the excruciatingly slow pace, brushing his fingers against the chairs he passed by. Why would you do that? Are you trying to intimidate children? Some of the students almost broke their necks following his movements. That's how a crowd of commoners would gleefully anticipate a public execution in the Middle Ages. That is a really good comparison. And he just walked, getting closer and closer to me. I gritted my teeth to stop myself from screaming. Calm down, breathe. You didn't kill or kidnap anyone. He already knew the answer to his question, but the policeman still asked in a stern voice.
Петров Антон?
Anton Petrov?
Да.
Why did they change? Okay, whatever. Yes.
Встань, Петров.
Stand up, Petrov. My muscle turned to stone. I got up, unglued myself from the chair. I felt like I could hear all my joints creak in the process. I only wished that Paulina wouldn't turn around and see the grimace of horror on my face. If only I could be somewhere far away in the forest, digging myself into a snow pile, rolling up into a ball there. The officer stared at me as if he was about to lock a pair of handcuffs on my wrists. I wonder how cold these bracelets are to the touch. My boy, you wouldn't be arrested. You're a kid. You bear no responsibility yet. But he's like, ooh, he's the final boss of spiraling. I imagined myself getting jailed and put into a juvenile detention center where a sense of surveillance would constantly harass me.
Я ничего не знаю. Я тут ни при чем.
I don't know anything. I have nothing to do with this.
А тебя никто и не обвиняет.
Nobody's accusing you of anything.
Пока что.
For now. What? Only then I noticed the file that said Case No. Ah, like number? Okay, in his hand. It had a grey cover made from mouth curtain. It flopped onto the desk like a guillotine blade that slid down on someone's neck. With a measured motion, Tikhonov opened the file, still studying me with his gaze. I caught a glimpse of documents and photos. They showed prints on the snow. They looked like animal prints.
Ты с Семеном Бабуриным общался?
Have you talked to Semyon Baburin before?
Я знал его всего одну неделю.
I only knew him for a week.
Все знают, Петров его ненавидел.
Everyone knows that Petrov hated him. I turned red. You ugly girl. I wanted to sink my teeth into Kati's face and chew out her cheek. Ooh, that is unnatural, very, very unhealthy. Instead, I replied with the calmest voice I could muster.
Мы повздорили вчера.
We had a fight yesterday.
Но он первый начал.
But he started it.
Я его ударил.
So I hit him.
Сильно?
How hard did you hit him? Who cares? Who cares?
Да нет, так.
Not that hard. I mean, I waved my hand indecisively. Tikhanov looked at my fist as if he was surprised that I managed to hit the big kid from the photo. Surprisingly, Lilia Pavlovna came to my rescue.
Бабурин проблемный подросток, с шилом кое-где.
Baburin is a troubled teen, a true pain in the rear. Okay. The officer replied with a meaningful nod and fished out a notebook out of the file.
Это твое?
Is this yours? I averted my gaze. It was a math notebook with my name on it. My classmates devoured me greedily with their eyes. It felt like even the writers on the portraits squinted at me in suspicion.
Моё.
Yes,
В лесу нашли.
we found it in the forest.
Там же тракторист, что снег убирал в последний раз, видел Бабурина.
In the area where the tractor driver who was plowing snow there last saw Baburin. Yeah, right, because they, emptied our backpack. I started blinking in bewilderment. Romka ransacked my school bag. The snowball probably just got lost somewhere in the bushes. The lieutenant knew about the school brawl, but was he aware of the fight in the forest clearing? I had witnesses that could testify to Semyon and I walking in different directions after that. I looked toward the boys, hopeful. Romka, who sat behind Tikhanov, put a finger to his lips. And when the officer quickly turned around, he pretended to pick up on his nose. Why? What are you doing? I deciphered his signal. Boys like Romka would probably say something like snitches get stitches in a situation like this. I frantically fixed my glasses. Wait, Semyon took them away yesterday, but now they're...
Так что ты делал вчера в лесу, Антон?
So, what were you doing in the forest yesterday, Anton?
Я в школу через лес хожу.
I go to school through the forest.
Могла выпасть легко.
It could have easily fallen out of my bag. Easily, just like me producing this half-truth.
Будь осторожнее.
Be careful out there. Before I could realize whether it was a genuine piece of advice or a veiled threat, the teacher said,
Класс. А сейчас лейтенант расскажет о правилах, которые вам необходимо соблюдать.
Class, the officer will now tell you about some rules you should follow.
Так маньяк все-таки есть.
So the killer does exist. Oh my gosh, how did you make this conclusion in your small stupid head? Okay, whatever. I need to stop being rage baited by her for real.
Пока мы ничего вам сказать не можем.
We can't make any of this public for now.
Но есть преступник или нет, вы должны четко помнить о собственной безопасности.
Whether the criminal really exists or not, you should be mindful of your safety.
Вас бережет милиция. Вас опекают родители и учителя. Но в первую очередь защищать себя должны вы сами.
The police, your parents, and your teachers all watch over you, but no one guard you better than you yourself. That is true.
Итак, кто там что хотел узнать?
Alright, any questions? A stockade of arms rose from the desks.
А у вас оружие с собой? А покажите пистолет.
А покажите, пожалуйста.
The kids shouted over each other, swarming the policeman with questions. In an attempt to calm down the chorus, he moved toward the blackboards. The gray file was left lying in front of me. I stared at it, my breathing so ragged that I might have looked like someone who just ran a 100-meter sprint. Beads of sweat rolled down my back. I looked around the classroom. My classmates were catching officers' every word. Only Ronka was saying something to Biasha. Lilia Pavlovna was staring into the window, fighting back yawns. Me too, girl.
Объявлять комендантский час, причин пока нет.
Ah, we can open the file. As soon as I touched the folder, Tikhanov flashed at me with his eyes! My hand instinctively moved away as if the stare actually hurt. The officer just kept staring at me without saying a word, making me squirm under the weight of his uncomfortable silence and the sneering looks of my classmates. Oh wait, and
Слишком
then he
мало
said,
времени
I
прошло
didn't
с
see
момента
what was that.
исчезновения вашего одноклассника.
Ah, I see. Ah, we needed to wait. Okay. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize it. I thought it would be like not connected. Okay. Oh, let me read back to your comments. Anton looks crazy in the sprite. He always looks crazy. He always looks very tense. He's like always anxious. Rightfully so, though. You have to wait till it's back. Already got it. Okay, nobody paid me any mind, so I slowly opened the file. My fingers started sifting through the documents. Oh, another girl missing. Ksenia Talaiba, 6 years old, left her home sometime in December. 6 years old! Identifying features, okay. My heart almost jumps out from the ribcage. A round-faced girl no older than Ole smiled at me from the photo. The first victim of a serial killer? The first child to disappear in the forest without a trace? I turned to another page. Vladimir Matsukin, 10 years old. Vova was the second. His mitten hanging from the branch, his name called out by desperate adults and repeated by the sneering echo. Lilia Pavlovna coughed, trying to calm down the rowdy students. I yanked my hand away and the file closed.
Поговорим о диких животных. Как
Okay, we need
известно,
to
в
wait
наших
again.
лицах водятся волки.
Okay, that is really funny the way he. Ah! Damn! What? I didn't do it when he was looking. Okay. I clenched my. I wonder if it will like be important that we got caught. Okay. I clenched my teeth from surprise, pushed myself into the back of my chair, blinking in bewilderment. Ah no! He took it. Oh, I wonder if we have any save points. Okay. Damn, we probably missed something. But he wasn't looking. What's this? Okay. The officer silently gathered the documents and gave me a stern look.
Больно ты любопытный, Петров.
Well, aren't you a curious boy, Petrov?
И еще раз.
You missed the policeman's speech. Caught napping. That was the achievement that I just got. Oh my gosh. Reverend, did we miss anything? Do you know? I think... I don't know. Or like... I think... Damn. I wonder if we could possibly see something important there. Something else. Yeah? Do we have... Can we like go back or do we... I don't know if we have any save points. It feels like... We only can load something, right? But the load was since the beginning of the chapter. It's okay? Can you spoil me? What did we miss? Just this once. What did we miss? We need to know. Okay, let me say this again.
Если вы заметите в поселке кого-то подозрительного, неважно, возле школы или на лесной тропинке, сразу сообщайте в милицию.
If you see anyone suspicious in the village, be it near the school or in the forest trail, contact the police immediately. Police. Sorry.
Телефон-то знаете?
You know our number, right? The Siemens ring in blood. Okay, that is concerning. 02.
Спасибо, ребята.
Thanks for listening, boys and girls.
Спасибо, Лилия Павловна.
Thank you, Lilia Pavlovna.
И это,
And then,
одноклассника вашего мы найдем.
we'll find your classmate. Yeah, right. A thought flashed through my mind. Dig through enough ditches and maybe you'll be able to piece him together. Like Legos. Oh, that is so cruel! My thoughts turned evil for some reason and I couldn't control them. I tried to switch to the lieutenant's speech about suspicious individuals. What if I saw the killer before? What if I was a hair's breadth away from them? Suspicious people. How suspicious was the fox girl that wandered in the darkness? A weirdo that always appears out of nowhere and then dissolves into thin air with her riddles and rhymes. Could she really harm the hulking Simeon? Should I tell the officer about her? No. What if lives of other kids depend on this? Of the cute Ksenia and Wowo too? Wait, what if I get marks for speaking out? What if they'll start whispering behind my back? Or what's even worse, think that I'm insane. They already do that. Ronga gave me a stern look over the shoulder. I doubt someone like him would approve of cooperating with the police. Who cares about his approval, first of all? Kari's braids dangled nervously behind the delinquent sitting in front of me. My hand was glued to the desk.
До свидания, лейтенант.
Tiana was saying goodbye to Lilia Pavlovna. He was about to leave. It will be too late soon. Stay silent. Of course, stay silent. It's even not because, like, this boy is against us, but because why would I say anything? Like, we don't even know if the Fox girl is bad yet. It's like we have no reason to be against her. No way. I've had enough of humiliation. I'll keep my head down like a bunny. I locked my fingers and zipped my mouth. Okay, you avoided everyone's attention, quiet as a mouse. That was the achievement we just got. The bell rang. Lilia Pavlovna passed by without looking my way. Polina left after her. My classmates went silent at the same time, as if someone muted the sound on the TV. They followed me with their eyes the whole time I was passing between the rows. Judgmental looks. I felt like I was in the scopes of many sniper, sorry. I scurried through the barricade made of desks, looking for Polina. But I stumbled into my new buddies instead. Romka swaggered up to me.
Решил сдать нас ментам?
Decided to rat us out to the cops?
Но я ничего не сказал.
I didn't say anything.
Да то подумал на.
But sure as hell thought about it, eh? Romka towered over me, breathing out a faint smell of tobacco. He's 13! What do you mean? He's too young to be smoking. Okay. Oh, I'm going to sleep. Have to wake up early. Sorry about that. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the game. Bye-bye, Molka. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye. Important plot branch. Ah, you mean the telling on the Fox girl or not? As I said, I have no reason to be against her so far. She's weird, but she's just a child. What could she possibly do to someone? It's like, even if someone is responsible for kids like disappearing, I do not think that would be another child. Unless we will be proven wrong, and then I will be like, oh, actually, kids can be dangerous too. Okay, let's continue.
Ты сильно ошибаешься, думая, что без Сёмы у тебя настанут веселые деньки.
You're very wrong. You're very wrong if you think that without Syama you'll have a better time here.
Мы тебя сосвету живем, понял?
We'll make this place hell for you. Got it? Why? What did I do to you? Oh my gosh.
До скорого, очкарик.
See you for eyes. My head tilted forward. Forwards from his slap.
Вот the лохна!
What a loser, eh? I wasn't surprised to find a note stuck to my back during the break. It said, kick me. Okay. My nightmare clearly wasn't about to end. Okay, we need to team up with the Fox girl and make these bad guys go missing too. I feel like it would be a good thing for the society. Okay, it's been 7 days since the lieutenant visited our class. At first glance, everything was still the same. The forest still held its gnarly claws toward the village, and the wind whipped up white flags weaved from powdery snow every night. When my parents argued in the other room, I would turn up the TV's volume to silence their muffled voices and sit close to Olia. Bovis and Simon's photos were still 2 black spots on the notice board, and round-faced Senya wasn't returned home too. Who's Senya? Who's Senya? Hello? What is this? Is this some kind of a bug? We were supposed to know about this already, but we know nothing. And so became a loser. Ah! But why is she Senya? Okay, whatever. I guess they shortened the name like this. It's a... I don't know. Okay. We'll know. We'll know. But also, as for Inson becoming a loser, I didn't think that he had a way to not become one. Unless I missed something. Maybe I shouldn't have slept... Soma in like the first scene when he attacked me, but also that would be like, why wouldn't I stand for myself? Okay, let us see. But something did change. I could see how different the looks of my classmates were. They met me with a new portion of pokes and insults. Contempt, mockery, and loneliness became my faithful companions. Where's this freaking Paulina when we need her? But most importantly, a shadow slid across my desk, leaving behind a mysterious note. I glanced into the space between rows, but the messenger was already nowhere to be found. Who sent me this note? What could this carefully ripped out and neatly folded piece of paper be hiding from me? More threats and humiliation, or... I took the piece of paper and carefully inhaled the wafting aroma. Blackberry. Oh! Okay. Wait, I don't remember. Is Blackberry Paulina's scent or the Fox Girls? I think Fox Girls' scent was something like citrusy, right? That's gotta be from Paulina. The plot is really branched and the devs put into work there. Ah, okay, we will see. Okay, she says, I'll be waiting at a cul-de-sac near the dressing room. Come alone. And the heart, that's gotta be a trap. That's gotta be a trap. Inside was a message and a beautiful handwriting. Ah, I'm waiting at a dead end near the dressing room. Come alone. Drunk on that sudden call, I immediately started walking over my shoulder from time to time, making sure nobody is following me. I bet you that they made her write this. That is why we have the sense, but it is for sure a trap. Even though I suspected it could be another trap set by Ronka and Biesh at first, this buzzing thought soon left my mind. The two of them didn't have enough combined brain power to fake Paulina's note so carefully. They didn't have to... he's so stupid. I didn't even notice how I almost broke into a run and jumped around the corner. Ugh. As soon as I did that, I rammed into somebody inside the dark nook.
Oi!
Oh, it is her. Okay. Like a magic bird, a green notebook glided to my feet. Paulina puffed her cheeks in exaggerated anger.
Петров! Да ты совсем зрение потерял.
Petrov, have you lost your sight completely? I fixed my glasses. My nearsightedness wasn't that embarrassing anymore. I bent down and picked up the notebook.
Прости, я так торопился. Ты меня ждала? Что случилось?
Sorry, I was in a rush. Were you waiting for me? Did something happen? Paulina studied me with her eyes and clicked her tongue.
А знаешь, на что ты похож, Антоша?
Do you know what you look like, Antosha? Like a stupid boy. She's about to be bad to us, I feel like.
На блюзовую импровизацию.
Oh? Okay. Like blues improv. I blinked in bewilderment.
Это как?
What do you mean?
Для меня все люди с чем-то ассоциируются.
I always associate people I know with something.
И для меня, но не с музыкой же.
I do that too, but why music?
Вот как раз с музыкой.
It can be anything other than music.
Бывают люди гитарные соло, или барабанный бой, или военный марш, как наша Лилия Павловна.
Some people are like guitar solos, some are drums. People like our Lilia Paulina are war marches.
А ты такой задумчивый, таинственный, иногда немного печальный.
And you're so thoughtful, so mysterious, sometimes even a bit sad.
Ты точно блюз.
You're definitely blues. Do we have a... Wait. I thought that was her? Oh no, okay.
А почему импровизация?
And what about the improv part?
А это когда слушатель не догадывается, куда свернет мелодия, какой темп возьмет.
It's when the listener has no idea where the melody will go, what tempo it will adapt. Of course, some of the things Paulina said went completely over my head, but I couldn't stop looking at her smile, light like a breeze in May, and her eyes deep and blue.
Чтобы распознать в тебе музыку, нужен опыт и вкус.
One needs to have experience and taste to recognize the music in you.
Это не какая-то там эстрада.
You're not some pop music.
Я, наверное, вообще не знаю, что такое этот блюз.
I don't think I even know what blues is. Paulina gasped and frowned, which made her look even more beautiful.
Не произноси при мне такие слова. Я тебе обязательно дам кассету.
Don't say something like that to my face. I'll make sure to give you a cassette.
Раньше мне дедушка из города столько музыки привозил. И джаз, и свинг, и классику.
Grandpa used to bring me so much music from the city, jazz, swing, and classical too.
Это он подметил, что у меня склад ума, как у музыканта.
He was the one to notice my musical mindset.
Я еще совсем маленькой пыталась на бумаге записать звуки природы. Пение дождя, леса.
When I was still very little, I tried recording the sounds of nature on paper, the sounds of the rain and the forest.
Эх, мне бы твои уши.
I wish I had ears like yours.
А мне бы твои глаза.
And I'd love to have your eyes. Why? I tensed up, worried that she was making fun of me, but Paulina shook her head.
Да-да, я серьезно. У тебя глаза художника.
No, I'm serious. You have the eyes of an artist.
Смотришь на вещи и фиксируешь их. Я так не умею.
You're so good at picturing things. I can't do that. Girl, go away. Katya walked past us with her trademark frosty glare. We dove into the shadows, trying to escape it.
Теперь понимаешь, почему мы тут прячемся? Вот из-за таких, как она.
You understand why we're hiding here, right? Because of people like her.
А Катька какая мелодия?
And what kind of melody is Katya? Paulina flashed me a sly smile.
Скрип несмазанных дверных петель.
The squeaking sound of unoiled door hinges. That is true, that is true. She does have this like in her voice, you know.
Знаешь, такой мерзкий дискант.
You know, this nasty descant. I giggled, covering my mouth. She's gonna hear you, boy. Katya didn't hear our whispers, but she suddenly glanced over her shoulder, clearly annoyed. A moment later, she sighed and went her way. Okay, what did she see? I remembered about the notebook I was still clutching in my hands. I turned it in my hands. Instead of a subject name, the front side had the name of the owner and 2 words, friends only.
Любопытной Варваре кое-что оторвали.
Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
Прости, это анкета?
I'm sorry, is this a questionnaire?
Заполнял когда-нибудь?
Have you ever filled one?
Угу.
I lied that I had. Why? Why? It's not embarrassing to never fill a questionnaire. Okay, let me see. It's cool to see your reactions and theories. Ah, I see. I believe Katya's VA also voiced Ansa's sister and Piasha. You think so? We gotta look at the script later. Yeah, also, yeah. Thank you for the reactions, comments. I don't know. As I said, I'm not a very frequent visual novels player. The only ones I played, like a couple of them, were like romantic ones, and they didn't have much to the plot. So yeah, I do love making some theories. So we will see if they will be proven true. Okay, In reality, girl classmates from my previous school had never asked me to fill the questionnaires. It was quite upsetting. Wait, do girls even come to guys with their questionnaires? I feel like it's like girls are friends with girls and you fill in like this little girlfriend group at the end you fill those things between yourselves. Did you read Key's novels? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, it was a girl hobby. You just answer, yeah, see? You just answer a set of standard questions about your favorite actors and colors, but entrusting someone with such a notebook was the sign of friendship. And maybe of something even more, something I only had a vague idea about.
Хочешь, заполни мою?
You can fill in mine if you want. My heartbeat quickens.
Хочу, спасибо.
I do, thank you. Polina giggled.
А хотя, там же столько секретов.
Actually, there are so many secrets there.
Наверное, лучше тебе не знать, о чем мы, девочки, думаем.
You'd be better off not knowing what we girls think. I will not read it. You asked me to fill the notebook, not to read what's inside. I can distinguish the actions, you know. She reached for the notebook, playing with me. I tossed my fanart into my free hand. Polina tried to intercept my move. Oh. Her hair briefly touched my face, tickling my nose with its silky locks. I sensed an aroma that immediately filled the whole world, fragrant, alluring, lively. If only I could picture it, steal it for myself. I felt dizzy, but I gathered myself and spoke in a voice reminiscent of Lieutenant Tikhonov.
Ваша анкета является важнейшей уликой, и я вынужден временно изъять ее для изучения.
Your questionnaire is an important piece of evidence, so I'm afraid I have to confiscate it for further examination. Polina covered her mouth and that rounded in fake horror.
И что мне грозит за сокрытие улик?
And what are the implications of concealing evidence?
Следствие покажет.
We'll decide that in the course of our investigation.
Сдаюсь, товарищ милиционер.
I surrender, Mr. Policeman.
Только обещайте ничего не читать.
Just promise you won't read anything.
Здесь
Okay.
содержатся секретные сведения.
It's full of sensitive information.
Боюсь, что мне все-таки придется выяснить, не влюблен ли кто в гражданина Петрова.
That is a crazy thing to say. I'm afraid I'll have to investigate whether someone is in love with Mr. Petrov. Polina burst out laughing and pressed herself against my chest, showering me with the aroma of her hair and her milky skin that looked almost transparent, with tiny threads of veins running under it. Bald? Like, bald with no hair? All this flirting is making me uncomfortable. They're too young to be flirting. I feel very uncomfortable. That cannot be sincere. You do not flirt like that when you're 13. That is very strange. It's okay. I was just teasing you. Her whisper was hot like a piece of butter sizzling on a pan.
Тогда поклянитесь, что не станете разглашать информацию.
Then swear that you will keep this information private.
Честная милицейская.
I swear on my police badge.
А теперь, Антоша, самое время поторопиться.
And now we need to hurry, Antosha. Ooh, they make me uncomfortable. I almost miss the Fox girl. At least she's not flirting with us. I mean, she kinda is. But we do not flirt back, so it's a little bit less uncomfortable. Okay, I took out the notebook during class. Skimmed through it, reading into other people's preferences. I was quite surprised to discover Ronka's jerky handwriting inside. Okay. His letters bulged out of the cells as if embarrassed by their shapelessness. Fearsome Ronka found time for something so silly? I chuckled into my fist after I found out that Ronka's favorite cartoon is not even Darkwing Duck, but DuckTales. Somewhere in the distance, a teacher was reciting pieces of Andreev's Snapper. I paid them no mind. Rightfully so. Pauline's page was decorated with flower drawings and clippings from the Cool Girl magazine. Okay. I guess that it is something about the favorite musician. Okay. Her favorite musician is Schubert. Her best friend is her grandpa. Aww, that is so sweet. Okay. Her hobby is not violent like I expected, but a much more mysterious listening. Can such a mundane process really be someone's hobby? I looked at Pauline over the heads of our other students. She was focused on taking notes. I flipped the pages until I found a blank one and armed myself with a pen. Anton Petrov, Class 6B. It took a long time to decide on my favorite musician until a trendy pop band Carmen came to mind with the cool dances in the music videos. Let us see what the glossary says. Carmen is a Soviet Russian techno-pop band most popular from the late 80s to early 90s, founded by Alexander Tamir and Sergei Lemov. It's mostly remembered for unique dancing performances and for writing a music theme for Captain Cronin cartoon. Favorite holiday? This one is easy. New Year's. Me too! Let's go! Something in common. Okay. My hobby is drawing. My dream? Going to Disneyland, I guess. My hero. My hand moved on its own, writing that. I stepped on those two letters. What if those who read this after me will find my answer laughable and stupid? After thinking for a bit, I decided that not everything should be disclosed on paper. That's how Da turned into Spider-Man. The spelling was wrong, but who cares? Your biggest fear, huh? I immediately wrote, losing the person who's dear to me. Your phone number. No secret here, 30395. Your favorite cartoon. Transformers. Your best friend. I hesitated knowing on the pen's cap. Your best friend. I read the question out loud. It was easy, but at the same time very important. The answer to that was my sister's name, so I carefully wrote it into the squares. Oh yeah. Yippee! Oh yeah, I repeated my sister's name while sneaking out of the school. Why are you sneaking out? Where are you going? There was a cute freshly drawn dragon in my notebook that I made to please my beloved sister. In this land of darkness and deceit, her support was the only thing that inspired me to keep drawing and stopped me from losing hope in humanity. Refreshing frosty air made my cheeks turn big red. It was bright outside, and the sun looked like a whole egg yolk. The road looked as if it was silvered, the snow sparkled under the sunlight. I smiled, squinting from the blinding whiteness. Who cares if I don't have any true friends anymore? I have something more important, someone who needs my help, who will never betray or hurt me. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Okay. Family is the most important thing ever. That's what Dad always told me.
Лыс, хорош лыбу тянуть.
Hey, what's up with the stupid grin? My numb lips immediately shrank. Yasha was shuffling his feet in the middle of the yard, his boots restless on the ice.
Я не тяну.
It's not a grin. I tried to go around him to no avail. Lady Fortune waved me goodbye, disappearing in the early twilight.
Торопишься на?
In a hurry, eh?
Немного. Меня папа ждет.
A little bit. Dad is waiting for me.
Я ему тиркну на пейджер, что ты не придешь на.
I'll shoot him a pager message that you're not coming, eh? Eh? Oh my gosh. Oh, let me go back to the comments. There will be more awkward flirting. No. Why would they do that? It's a story about kids. It's too early about that. If you wanted flirting, you could at least make them, I don't know, 17. Oh my gosh. This is so annoying. Okay. Did anyone feel such questionnaires? Yeah, I did. Like, as I said, it is usually more among girls. At least from what I experienced. I did it with my girlfriend groups. I'm coming to Disneyland in 2 weeks. Yippee! Good for you! Congratulations! Okay, let me take a sip of my runner. Ooh, let's go. Pager, a wireless telecommunications device that receives and displays alphanumeric or voice messages. To send a message to another person's pager, you had to call a special line, provide the recipient's number or name, and read your message aloud. Oh, I see. I thought the pagers were like for texting. Okay. My eye flinched unwittingly. My skin dampened.
Идем, к тебе дельце есть.
Let's go, eh? We have a small business to discuss. I felt chills run over my body. I mean, you can just not follow him. I didn't like the sounds of that small business. These words, accompanied by spitting, normally had very dark teeth underneath them. Strangers that used to call our old apartments used to say, "Get it, old man, we have a small business to discuss." Biasha turned around. He looks like an astronaut in his tight hood. If I were to imagine him as a sound, he'd be a deafening whistle, a signal given by someone who stands watch. To my demise, there was nobody at the backyard. Apart from the grim-faced Romka. He stood there, his feet wide apart, with his right hand hidden behind his back. Romka's dry lips were tightly pursed. He kept shooting glances at me as I looked around. Are you gonna hit him again with a knife?
Привел на.
We probably shouldn't. There he is, eh?
Вижу.
I can see that.
Ну, здорово, Антоша.
Well, hello there, Antosha. I hate him. I hate this. The whole situation.
Что тебе нужно?
What do you want? He wants to beat you up. Are you stupid? Yeah. I like that they reused this animation. They I suppose they took a long time doing it, so they now reusing it. It is really cute, really cute. He slowly took out a thin, carnivorously shiny blade from behind his back. Oh, what is it? Okay. A knife, the steel butterfly of death that flies toward the victim's heartbeat. I stepped back instinctively and rammed my back into Biasha. Romka's minion pushed me back.
А мы с Бяшей хотели узнать,
We wanted to know,
ты не держишь на нас обиду?
do you have any hard feelings for me or Biasha? Romka started picking on his yellow nail, looking at me with an evil smirk in his face.
Ну, там, в лесу. Мы были немного грубы с тобой.
Well, there in the forest, we kinda roughed you up. So, now you're scared? Hello? Where's the sound? Okay, it's another bug. I feel like it's been a couple of them, but where the voice line doesn't start when you press it. Oh, hi Ivy, how you doing? Hi, good to see you. Okay. Besha said nothing. Besha stood there in silence. With this menacing grimace on his face. Whatever. I'm so scared of these faces. Why do they draw them so scary? I'm scared of these kids. They're crazy, all of them. Okay, he says, it's just our poor upbringing, you know?
Да, до вас, городских, далеко.
Yeah, not as cultured as you, city folk.
Вот порой нас и заносит.
So we get feisty sometimes. I nodded, my eyes glued to the knife. The blade glowed under the setting sun, and Romka's eyes had the same evil glow. I understood. You can stop pointing this thing at me, okay? Oh my gosh. That is... Okay. He stepped toward me. His knife traveled inches away from my coat. One movement and steel would cut into the cloth, and if he pushes deeper...
Нам одна птичка напела. Ты опять возле Полины отирался?
A little bird told us that he was snooping about Paulina again. I was so scared that it took me a while to remember who Paulina was. Boy! You're like blabbering about her like for half an episode. Are you silly? Are you stupid? My brain was malfunctioning, yeah. Can see that. My knees were shaking. Suddenly, our class rep slowly walked up to Ромка from behind. Of course, it is her.
О, смотрю, мальчики, вы нашли общий язык.
I see you boys are getting along quite well.
За мной должок, Катька.
I owe you one, Katya.
Ой, не благодари, Ромочка. Я всегда на страже настоящей любви.
So he has feelings for her. I see. I thought they were like more like a brother-sister situation, in like platonic way. But yeah, that makes more sense.
Oh, no need to thank me, Мамочка. I'm always fighting for true love.
I hate her so much. Okay, let me. Oh yes. I'll kill you. I swear. That is our thoughts, I guess.
Так, я не слышу. Ты к Полине подходил или нет?
I can't hear you. Were you near Paulina or not?
Мы так болтали.
Well, we didn't hang out or anything.
Болтать будешь кишками, когда я тебе брюхо вскрою.
Whoa! Okay, the only thing hanging out there will be your guts when I cut open your stomach. The blade slid across my sleeve while its dull side and reached my collar. The wind made my face cold, but a bead of sweat still trickled from my temple. A switch flipped in my head. It all made sense now. Me too, boy. Me too. I remembered Ромка constantly sneaking glances at Paulina. I remembered his scrawly handwriting in the questionnaire. Why didn't I study it more in depth? Don't worry.
Еще раз замечу рядом с Полинкой. Пеняй на себя. Шишкой не отделаешься.
We recorded everything. We can go back on stream and see everything in detail. I see you near Paulina even once, and you won't get away with a simple bump.
Усек?
Got it?
Да.
Yes.
Пшел вон!
Now scram! I was probably so hypnotized by the knife that Ромка had to repeat his threat.
Вон!
Scram! Oh my gosh. These kids are crazy, all of them. I thought about the cold sharp blades when retreating from the yard. I was asking myself whether I had enough courage to break the promise I made to these bastards. The aftertaste of horrible water I drank down my mouth lingered in my mouth. My thoughts were focused on Paulina. But Ромka's threat was also on my mind.
В общем, я сегодня книжку читала, там ребята учились в школе, прям как ты ходишь в школу, и они в школу
I wandered
ходили.
around the house,
Вот.
feeling
И у них
intoxicated,
был
and
какой-то
listened to
праздник, и
everything
они
my
там
sister
поделки
said without
лепили,
trying to
делали
discern her
все
words.
своими руками. Нужно было сначала
Ollie was
придумать
talking
природные
non-stop, at times
материалы,
lifting her arms
листики
and
всякие
laughing,
там,
only
потом
to then
еще
suddenly go quiet and give me mom's
шишки, и
signature
потом они все это
gnarly look.
разбирали.
Gnarly. Oh my gosh. I was yanked out of the prison of my own mind, where sin and thoughts picked at my brain like harpies, stopping me from coming back to reality. I stared back. Ollie looked at me like a mini version of our mom right now. I'm scared of everyone in this game. Well, to be precise, she looks like the person mom turned into when we moved here, with her intimidating posture and her eyebrows directed toward the ceiling.
Ты меня не слушал, так?
You weren't listening to me, were you? She tried spitting out those words at me, copying facial expressions of the persons she spent almost all of her free time with. For a moment, I felt like the lights only exceeded all those years, lanes and wavered in the wind of prolonged changes. Very soon, my beautiful princess will turn into the dragon that was once guarding her prison tower. That thought was much scarier to me than any other horror sneaking up to me from the future.
Оля, прости.
Sorry, Olia.
Ты же не сердишься, правда? Я просто задумался.
I didn't want to make you mad. I just got lost in thought. I looked around the room, my gaze jumping from one object to another like a hungry beast, trying to find anything that could distract Olia.
А давай в приставку поиграем.
Let's play the console. Wait. Isn't it too early for consoles to be existing? If they're still using pagers? I feel like... Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like consoles are pretty new? I don't know. Okay. Ollie pouted, but there was a spark of interest in her small emerald eyes. The Snow Queen's eyes shard inside them started thawing.
А как же второй джойстик? Не работает же.
And what about the second controller? It's not working.
А папе починить некогда.
And Dad has no time to fix it. It's correct. Because I feel like pagers were... I think they were around... Until around 2000s. But consoles, I feel like they only appeared around 2010s, no? I'm bad with the like tag. So maybe not. But I feel like the phones, not the sensor ones, but the button ones, they came after pagers, and I feel like they came like around 2005. So it's no way. Dandy? What is dandy? Wait. Dandy. Oh, I have no idea. Okay. Let us continue. And Dad has no time to fix it.
Можем из пистолета пострелять.
We can play with the light gun.
В ковбоев или уток. Хочешь?
What do you want to play? Cowboys, dogs? Where? Where? Where is she not talking? You're better than me at both.
Да ладно тебе.
Oh, come on.
Поди целый день тренировалась, пока меня дома не было.
You must have been practicing the whole time I was away from home. Olia burst out laughing. Her heart was warm once again.
А как ты догадался?
How did you know?
Я сейчас знаешь, какая меткая. Считай, уже проиграл.
But I'm a good shooter now. You're already lost.
Не на того напала. Включай скорее.
You've picked the wrong fight here. Come on, turn it on. Okay, that is very sweet. That is very sweet. But also, shouldn't she go to school too? How old is she? I don't remember. Little Oya jumped over the TV set and after flicking the power switch, started blindly feeling around the backside of the futon, trying to plug the console's cable and into the antenna input. Bits of TV shows started flashing on the CRT screen when I armed myself with the remote to look for the... Oh! Home Alone! Oh! Let's go. And this guy is... there's a meme with him. For the channel with the sought after Dandy signal.
Что дома интересного происходило?
Dandy. You talked about this, okay. Did anything interesting happen at home? It was a mundane question for me. I didn't put any actual meaning behind it. But Ollie's expression suddenly changed. She lost all of the childish nonchalantness she worked so hard to acquire before.
Оль, что-то случилось?
What happened, Olia? My sister managed to put the cable in its place and started brushing off her dust-covered hand. She was clearly looking for the courage to continue the conversation. Mom, she... Olia went silent, and for a moment I thought I saw tears welling up in her eyes.
У нее опять был этот страшный.
Huh? She had this scary thing happen to her again. My sister looked at me with wide eyes. What happened? A stroke or like...
Приступ.
She had a fit, huh? This had happened before, but it was a rare occasion. Now that we moved in to this godforsaken place, Mom's fits rose in frequency.
Папа принес большую рыбу.
Dad brought home a big fish.
Она в газету была завернута и пахла так. Блeh.
It was wrapped in a newspaper and had a foul smell.
А мама опять начала злиться. Потом
Mom got angry. Mom got angry again, and then she took a knife. Oh, so it's not like a. Oh, she has anger issues. Ollie screamed, looking fearfully out of the window.
Они начали громко ругаться. И
They started screaming at each other. I froze, imagining my little sister so small and unnoticeable, standing in the kitchen doorway. She wasn't even trying to hide. Our parents just paid her no mind at all.
потом мама ударила.
And then Mom struck it.
Вот так.
Like this. Ollie slightly moved her fist downwards, imitating a strike.
Рыбу.
She hit the fish.
Она была живая тоже. Ей было больно. А мама...
It was still alive, Tosha. It must have been in pain. And Mom... It was easy to imagine what happened next. The written fish with a blade between its fins squirted some foul-smelling musk into Mom's face. Whenever death got this close to my mom, be it when a person was hit by a bus in front of us and their blood was smeared all over the windshields. What? Or when Grandma chopped off a chicken's head, Mom would always get into a weird, dreadful fit. Her eyes would... Oh, stop flinch. Oh my gosh. Guys! Trigger warning for seizures. I didn't know it would be... Oh, okay. Her eyes would roll over. She would fall on her face like a freshly cut tree and started writhing just like that agonizing fish, turning over chairs and blurting out bits of scary sentences.
Папа, он ей помог?
And what about Dad? Did he help her? So she has some seizures situation. Ollie shuddered as if just remembering it pained her.
Да, но вначале
Yes, but at first...
он засмеялся тоже.
He started laughing, Tosha.
Так страшно, когда увидел, что маме плохо.
Holy moly. He let out an evil laugh when he saw that Mom was in trouble.
А потом вдруг заплакал.
But then he cried. Ollie's story made me raise an eyebrow. It seems like the forest oozing madness had not only completely consumed our mom, but also infected our strong and courageous dad. I quickly stepped towards Ollie and locked her in a tight embrace. She dug her face into my chest, and I could feel my shirt becoming wet.
Зачем они так издеваются друг над
Giga
другом
laugh.
тоже?
Oh my gosh, that looked very scary indeed. Why are they bullying each other, Tosha?
Они сумасшедшие.
And she looks at us. Why? Stop looking at us. Are they crazy? I stuttered, unable to justify the actions of our parents. I had run out of words, and all I could do was hug Ollie even tighter. What the hell? What? Why? Why? Okay. Ollie screamed and hid behind me.
Переключи скорей!
Turn it off, quick! No matter how many times she saw this intro, she would always react the same, just like when she saw that owl. Oh, so it's like a game intro or whatever. Why would they do that? Oh my gosh, okay. That is very strange. I mean, also get goosebumps every time this ghastly face appears on the screen, so I immediately complies with my sister's request. Let us see, what is this? What is this? Vid, a TV company logo depicting a ceramic head of the Chinese philosopher Guo San with a three-legged toad on top of his head. It instills horror in the whole generation of 90s kids in worship. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. That is really... Oh my gosh. Why would they do that? Damn. Okay, let's continue. Finally, the game selection screen showed up for the cartridge that was bundled with the console. Too bad most of the names here were just different levels of the same game. I picked up the grey rectangular controller. Ooh, that looks very strange. And started looking around the pixel letters to find the familiar English words for dog. Background music from the menu soothed Olia's mind, and she asked in a calm voice,
А как твои дела в школе?
"How are things at school?"
Ничего хорошего.
"Nothing good.
Школа новая, а достается мне по-прежнему.
The school is new, but my treatment is the same." Oh, let me see. You never played OG gaming consoles. Boy, I got my first controller last year. I never played games before. Only like mobile ones. A couple of mobile ones. I was never a gamer, so yeah, I didn't know it looks like that.
Словно и не
Okay.
переезжали никуда. Задолбало.
As if we never moved. I'm so tired of this. Before despair could lead me down its depressing road toward the clutches of oppressive thoughts, something evil writhed deep inside my skull. And we will see bunny ears? We will see bunny ears! Let's go! I knew it! Awakening wild and pleasant memories.
Хотя, знаешь, кое-что хорошее все же случилось.
Actually, something good did happen. Ollie watched with hope-filled eyes, as a wicked smile spread on my face, faintly resembling the wounds from a box cutter knife. Oh, I think we're about to see another crazy face.
Еще один мальчик пропал.
Another boy went missing.
Тоша, разве это хорошо? Почему ты так говоришь?
Tosha, do you think that's good? Why do you say that? My sister's voice trembled when she looked into my eyes through the thick lenses.
Знаешь, а может, тот пропавший Вова сам виноват, что с ним это случилось?
You know, that other missing boy, Vova, maybe what happened to him was all his fault. I never seen this moment speak about branches. I think maybe it's because we got bullied hard. Because maybe if we didn't hit someone in school, then we wouldn't have this bullying scene with the mask. And because we embraced the mask, you see, now he's acting all strange. He is like transforming mentally. Maybe it's because of that. Let's continue.
Может, он совершил нечто настолько плохое, что не заслуживал жить.
Maybe he did something so bad that he no longer deserved to live.
Не будь таким жестоким, пожалуйста!
Don't be so cruel, please. Ollie pressed her knees into her chin and hugged them with her hands, trying to take up less space, as if she wanted to shrink, even disappear altogether. It was the only reasonable thing for us to do, go missing among all the other broken toys, and never encounter evil parents or mad classmates. We're the only ones left for each other, the only ones who can protect, listen, and sympathize. Which means she's bound to listen to what I think about them all. These beasts pretended to be children that are so eager to bully the weak. It was my turn to speak. Oh,
Думаю, они не последние.
I think they won't be the last. My breathing quickens, my fingers start banging on the wooden floor.
Такие люди, как они, недостойны жить, ходить с нами в одну школу,
People like them are not worthy of living, going to the same school with us.
смотреть на твой свет.
Oh, looking at your light. Oh, that is also very strange, okay. My thoughts got tangled, they slipped away along with my calmness.
Тошенька, хватит! Ты меня пугаешь!
Tosha, stop it! You're scaring me!
Не бойся, я смогу тебя защитить.
His voice! Did you hear how his voice changed also? Don't be scared, I can protect you. Then I finally noticed that Olia was looking at me like I was a stranger.
Кто ты?
Who are you? The rage that welled up inside me subsided. It hid under the guise of my cowardliness, leaving me alone with the growing feeling of guilt for scaring my sister.
Оленька, прости, я не хотел.
Ollie, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
Видимо, я схожу с ума в этой школе.
I guess I'm just going crazy in that school. She rushed to embrace me, barely holding back her tears.
Все хорошо, Тоша. Только, пожалуйста, пожалуйста, никогда так больше не говори.
It's okay, Tosha. Just please never say anything like this again.
Клянусь маминым сердцем.
I swear on Mom's heart. That is also such a strange thing to say. It is obvious that those children were written by adults. They do not speak like regular children. Or whatever, I guess maybe that was the point, to make them unsettling. Like in the first place? I don't know. Ollie flashed me a bitter smile.
А сам сказал, что так говорить нехорошо.
And you told me I shouldn't say that.
Ты права. Давай лучше играть.
You're right. Let's start playing already.
Только чур я первая.
I go first. Oh, she has a gun. She has a gun. What do we do? Oh, we will need to shoot? Oh, I don't think we will be able to on the controller. Turn off? Why? How do we... Ah, okay. Wait, how? Wait, I don't understand. Ah, got it. Okay. Oh!
Поиграли и будет.
Why? Wait, oh, I was supposed to do that? Okay. Okay, we're done playing. No, I didn't. Oh! I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh. Oh my gosh. I wasn't supposed to do that. Okay. My mom only managed to get through to me on her third attempt.
Антон, тебя к телефону.
Anton, there's a call for you.
Девочка какая-то.
It's a girl. That's it, you're going for bad ending? Ah! How do I... I didn't know that it would... As I said, it is harder to play on controller, I guess. Oh, you're joking? Stop. Okay, but I didn't know that that would be... Do we really don't have any saves? Like, if we don't save... Wait, let us try. It's really hard to save. Okay. Okay. And if we go to main menu, it will be from this start, from this point of the call, right? What do we do? Okay, load. Yeah, I think it will be from the same place. Damn. Yeah. Okay. I sobered up in an instant and rushed to the hallway.
Не споткнись, смотри.
Watch your step. I grabbed the phone, pressed it into my chest, looking at my mom. She shrugged and went into the room, gathering the toys thrown around by Ollie as she went.
Алло?
Hello?
У твоей мамы такой молодой голос.
Your mom has such a young voice.
А, ну да. Она сама молодая.
Well, yeah, I mean, she is young.
Не мешаю?
Are you busy right now?
Нет, что ты.
No, of course not. If only she knew how costly this conversation would be for me, what risks I took on just answering this call. Why? Why? What risks did you take, my boy? There were a pen and a shabby notepad lying on the nightstand. Also, oh guys, I didn't tell you, I got an achievement for disappointing my sister. Oh my gosh! That is why I was like, wait. Wasn't I supposed to do so? Why would they even give you this option of like turning off this thing? Okay, anyways, let's continue. I picked them up and started moving the tip of the pen across paper, producing chaotic doodles that always ended up turning into hearts.
Я тут подумала, мне надо тебе сказать кое-что.
I've been thinking, I need to tell you something. It can't be. Does she like me?
В последнее время у тебя такой потерянный вид,
You've been looking so lost lately.
а сегодня в школе на тебе буквально лица не было.
And when I saw you at school today, you were pale like a ghost. Why would she say you've been looking like strange lately? She only knows us for 2 days. What? Okay, whatever. I couldn't find words. My heart was a flutter in anticipation.
Я хочу сказать,
I wanted to say
я на твоей стороне.
that I'm on your side. A smile was spreading on my face in anticipation for Paulina's next words.
И мне тебя очень жаль.
And I feel so sorry for you!
Такие хорошие ребята, как ты, заслуживают большего.
Good guys like you deserve better.
Мне очень хочется верить, что однажды ты найдешь в себе силы дать отпор, и другие перестанут тебя задирать.
I want to believe that you'll find the strength to fight back at some point, and the others will stop picking on you. The pen fell out of my weak fingers. Is that all she's going to say? I mean, you know her for 2 days!
Может, даже девушку найдешь.
Maybe you'll even find a girlfriend. She sounded as if she wasn't sure of her own words.
Короче, знай, ты славный парень.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that you're a nice guy. It was a total failure. Compassion instead. What? I hope you grow up. Oh my gosh. Oh, that. Why would she call him just to tell him, you're a good friend, you're a nice guy, yippee? Why? Oh my god, that is so strange. Risk of Schengen, it's really funny to turn off the console mid game. Why? That is sad. Okay, compassion instead of an invitation to hang out.
Ты тут?
You there? Before I could reply, Ollie descended the stairs. She was holding some book in a pink cover, Encyclopedia of a Young Lady.
Ты долго еще?
Will you take long? I covered the handset with my hand.
Я разговариваю.
I'm in the middle of a conversation.
Что случилось?
What happened?
Почитай мне, пожалуйста.
Read me a bedtime story, please.
Мама уснула.
Mom fell asleep.
Иди к себе, я сейчас.
Go to your room. I'll be there in a minute.
Только быстрее, ладно?
Just be quick, okay?
Ладно.
Fine. My last reply sounded excessively annoyed. I sighed watching my sister running up the stairs.
Алло, Полина?
Hello, Paulina?
Прости, мне надо бежать.
Sorry, I need to run.
Представляешь, кое-кто втюрился в меня и теперь оттирается у моих окон, требуя сходить с ним на свидание.
I guess. Who might that be? Wow. Can you imagine? There's someone in love with me and he snips about under my windows demanding to go on a date with him.
Пойду прогоню его, пока дедушка не проснулся.
I'll go chase him away before Grandpa wakes up.
Или, может, дать ему шанс?
Oh, she's teasing us. Okay. Or maybe I should give him a chance. I bit my lower lip in jealousy.
Если интересно, расскажу тебе завтра.
I'll tell you tomorrow if you want.
Мы в конце концов друзья.
We're friends after all. Oh. Friends. At least she didn't say we were besties. Oh, good.
Да, конечно.
That is a really sad picture.
Добрый.
Yeah, alright, good. The buzzer hammered at my brain. I'm not reading that. You can see it for yourself, what he said. An angry voice spoke through the teeth in my brain. Like a restless zombie devoid of a consciousness, I dragged my feet up the staircase. I wish I could tell Dad, ask for his manly advice. But he doesn't show up home until late at night because of his new job. My parents don't have time for me, to put it lightly.
Ну, где твоя книжка?
Well, where's your book? I started. The kids' room was empty.
Оль?
Olya? She probably snuck into my room. I started walking down the corridor. The room was infested with shadows. The blinds were wavering like there was someone hiding behind them. Oh, again? No, please no. I smiled, sneaked toward the window and threw open the curtain. And it wasn't her.
Попалась!
What is this music? Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Gotcha! There was nobody behind the cloth. But someone is outside, you see? The window was a TV screen showing winter scenery. The lamppost, the fields, and a couple of walking figures in the middle of it. She's stealing our sister! Elisa and Olia! I gasped and pressed my fist into my mouth, sinking my teeth into it. Elisa was leading Olia into this thicket. Run, 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 run! I needed less than a minute to hurry into the chest and rush out of the house. My heart was beating like a firing machine gun. The wind carried the cold, raising the smell of confused trees from the forest. Freezing air crackled somewhere in the field. Two shadows loomed in the front of the gate. I could only recognize them as my sister and the fox girl because of their height. I ran toward the fence, listening to the howling winds and squeaking snow. One of the figures moved and slowly glided towards the thicket like an ice skater. I settled down and touched my glasses, trying in vain to adjust my vision to the surrounding darkness. Worry landed on my shoulders like a weightless snowflake. A snake woke up in my belly and started breathing. I felt nauseous. I thought about my home, the flames the fortress had left behind. I finally caught up to my sister, dressed only in a coat.
Оля!
Olia,
Ты видел лисичку?
have you seen the foxy?
Оля, зачем ты вышла на улицу?
Olia, why did you go outside?
Если мама узнает...
If mom finds out... My sister froze in place, facing the taika. She was in hand's reach, and I put my numb wrist on her shoulder for some reason, probably to make sure it wasn't a dream. We're about to be jump scared, right? The scene with the fox was super creepy. Oh my god! I was not expecting this! A pointy beak was directed at me, strewn with feathers that formed an owl face. Something wearing a bird mask was staring at me.
Ого! Не узнает.
Ooh, she won't. The voice sounded exactly like Ollie's, but there was somebody else hiding behind the feathers and the curtain. I sprinted away as if I got whipped. The masked creature only pretended to be Olia, just to lure me out. I was running like crazy, trying in snow. The house in front of me was rapidly growing. The yellow lights in its windows granted me hope. My mom and sister are there, my salvation. I couldn't hear anything from behind me, as if anybody was chasing me. Maybe it's because the owls can fly? I was already climbing the porch when I noticed another figure. From the soot black shadow of my house, a scruffy wolf cub growled out and stood in my way. Its movements were jerky, chaotic, as if it was performing some terrifying dance, or convulsing during a stroke. And even though I could clearly see that the wolf face was a mask, something in the werewolf's convulsions made me freeze in place. The boy in the wolf's costume rubbed his side against the porch, paused and fell to his knees. He bent his back so hard that I expected his spine to crack. The beast's eyes showed, but he didn't attack. He kept crawling around and running all fours. I shifted my feet, my mouth agape, trying to keep him in my line of sight. Something was trickling from the slit in his mask. Viscous drops fell to the wooden legs. Saliva. Some unknown force pushed me in the back, whispering me to save myself. A bear! The fence was flashing back at the edge of my vision. I was running in another direction this time, toward to the edge of the forest that smells of pine. My heart beat measured time. The wolf boy growled behind my back as if he forgot his human nature. Oh my god! My right leg got stuck in the snow-laden cavity. I yanked it out, cursing under my breath, and fell to the ground. Plastered snow prevented me from standing up, from propping myself against anything. But my unbound thirst for life helped me get out of the trap. Darkness was creeping closer like the toxic fumes of burial fires. I ran again, gasping for air that stung my throat. My hair swayed in the wind. I lost my head when I fell down, and my ears were not hot from the freezing cold, while most of my body was still sweating. The field finally ended. After realizing that running into the forest wasn't the smartest decision I could make, I dove into didn't want to lose an eye to some random branch. The branches ripped my clothes, breaks my skin like butchers that were handing a pig into a grinder. A lot of roots sprouting from the ground grabbed at my foot. I ran to the scratchy trunk, slid down to its base, and looked around in a panic.
Ух, какой ты быстрый!
Oh, you're so fast! My first desire was to dash toward her and hug her. I resisted it and squeezed myself even tighter into the pine.
Ты... Что ты здесь делаешь?
You... what are you doing here?
Да вот,
This and that. She was holding the head I lost.
в бюро находок подрабатываю.
Working part-time in Lost and Found.
Надевай, а то уши замерзнут, а потом, глядишь, и вовсе отвалятся.
Put it on, or your ears will freeze and maybe even fall off soon. She giggled. Oh, guys. Give me a second. That was really scary. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting. Ooh. That was all happening so fast and I had to read, but oh my gosh. It was also so like loud. So I was more scared because the sound effects were like really setting the atmosphere. Okay, let's continue. I squinted in suspicion and shifted my gaze back and forth between her and the hat, scared that Alyssa might be holding a severed head or something even more sinister. But in the end, my hat turned out to be just my hat. Okay. I took it and pulled it over my forehead.
Тепло?
Feeling warmer? I didn't reply.
Там во дворе были какие-то дети.
There were some children in the yard.
И что, покусали тебя, что ли?
And? Did they bite you or something?
Нет.
No.
А чего же ты убежал?
Then why did you run away? The answer was obvious, but after rolling the thought on my tongue, I mumbled.
Не знаю.
I don't know.
Эх, обещала не обзывать тебя дурачком.
Why did I promise to never call you dunce again?
А я обещание исполняю.
Oh well, I keep my promises. She walked up to me and grabbed me by the elbow. I sensed the familiar aroma of mint, oranges, and burnt sparkles. I wanted to lean into Alice. There they decided to translate it. Okay. To savor the minute details of her smell.
Сколько можно повторять? Со мной ты в безопасности.
How many times do I need to tell you? You're safe as long as you're with me.
Я твой друг.
I'm your friend.
И они.
And there are two. I quickly turned around toward the place the fox girl was pointing to. Kids in masks appeared at the clearing. At least they looked like kids since they were all pretty short. A wolf boy, an owl girl, and a bear boy. Oh, owl? She has like a full costume. Can we stop doing that, please? They all huffed and gasped for air, clearly tired from running around.
Я думала, ты в снег провалился.
I thought you fell through the snow.
Стала снег копать, нет тебя.
Started digging around, but I couldn't find you.
А я не копал, лень копать было.
I think it's Soma. That sounds awfully like him. Do you think the oh my gosh, crazy theory. Missing kids are like lured into this cult and they probably forget their identities and they become these like children in masks. But this bear guy sounds like Simeon like a lot. Let me listen closely. Okay, he said, and I didn't care enough.
А ну как получается? Если дурак, то бегай да копай.
Yes. Guys, it is his voice. If I'm not tripping, it is his voice. And if they're like not reusing voice actors. You see, if you're dumb, you run around and dig.
А если умный, подожди, пока другие набегаются, накопаются и устанут.
I'm pretty sure it's him. But if you like play through the whole game, then just don't tell me anything if I'm not correct. Just we will see. And if you're smart, you wait until the others get tired of running around and digging.
Уж тогда заводи разговор.
And then you start talking.
Как я рад!
You're a rat. Rat.
Дегенерат!
Okay.
А?
Huh?
Не обращай внимания, он со странностями.
Don't mind him, he's a weirdo. I stood there step-feet, my mouth agape and my hands dangling helplessly. I had no idea how to react to the words of these late-night guests, but I managed to squeeze out something resembling a smile.
Вы просто меня напугали.
My lips are sealed. It's really worth seeing everything firsthand. Okay. Good. You just scared me, that's all. Why is she the only one who has eyes inside? They started looking at each other and somebody even snorted as if I said something funny.
Да, лиса права!
Yes, the fox is right.
Это он.
He's the one. His hands! Look at his hands! Look at his freaking hands! Maybe it's not actually. If he said that... Okay. Hear me out. I do think that it is Simeon. And also, especially if you said that his ring wasn't blood and his one hand, look at this. This is the hand that I think this is the hand that Simeon had a ring on. And if it isn't blood, probably the hand was injured when they like tried to get the ring out of the hand. I'm a firm believer. If it ends up not being him, I will be so disappointed. Okay.
Нет, это наш!
No, this is our.
Неужели нашли?
Have we finally found him? Okay, an owl has not a... She doesn't have a child's voice. I'm very confused. We didn't hear voices of any other missing kids, so it's not like we can tell if those are them. But if we would connect missing kids to these kids, I would say that they should be missing ones. Maybe the wolf is like Lola. But then the owl doesn't sound like a child. Then it's like the theory crashes. And also, only 3 children are missing. There should be the 4th one. If my theory would be correct.
Наш зайчик.
Our bunny. Why does he... Oh, they all sound so creepy.
Да, похож.
Yes, he looks the part. The wolf boy started wagging a part of his costume like it was his tail in excitement. First.
Ну, конечно, ты первый!
Of course you are first.
Это волчик раньше всех почуял зайчика в тебе и рассказал нам.
Wolfie here was the first to sense the bunny in you who told us about you.
Здравствуй.
Hello?
С нашей солнышкой ты знаком не понаслышке. Не такая уж она и страшная, правда?
And you've already met our Hootie before. She isn't that scary, is she?
Да, наверное.
I guess.
А этот улыбчивый бугай — медвежутка.
And the smiling big guy is Teddy.
Ты лучше с ним поласковее, а то голову откусит.
Be mindful with him or he'll chew off your head. Yeah, I can see that because he has a lot of teeth in his mask for some reason.
Зачем это?
What?
Да, смотрю, ты чувство юмора где-то обронил.
I see you've also dropped your sense of humor somewhere on the way here. I was still unsure if these peculiar little animals had the best intentions in mind, so I hid my hands behind my back, trying to look away from the gaping holes of their carnival masks. Elisa put her hands on to her sides in a theatrical manner and somehow managed to wink with her fox face.
Когда в следующий раз придем, будем звенеть в колокольчик. колокольчики, чтобы ты не так боялся нашего визита.
The next time we come, we'll ring bells for you. That way you'll be less scared of our visit.
А у нас разве есть колокольчики?
Do we even have any bells?
Чур, я звенить не буду.
I won't be ringing.
У меня лапка болит.
My paw hurts. My smile was no longer fake. Oh, I do not feel the same. Okay.
О, зубы показал. Это добрый знак.
Ah, you showed us your teeth. That's a good sign.
Не ожидала, что сможем тебя рассмешить.
I didn't expect you to find this fun.
Я думала, это под силу только Диснейленду.
I thought it was an emotion reserved strictly to Disneyland.
Откуда ты знаешь?
How do you know that?
Да так, прочитала кое-где.
I read about it somewhere.
Про меня?
You read about me?
Про клюв от воробья. Про Диснейленд яхонтовый.
Aren't you funny? No, about Disneyland, darling.
Ты умеешь читать по-человечески?
You can read human?
Зря я, что ли, в школу хожу день ото дня.
She is still going to school. She's not a missing child, I guess, then. Do you think I've been going to school every day for nothing? And then she said in a coquettish voice.
Как детей не замечать, как мечты их развенчать. Учат в школе, учат в школе, учат в школе. Крепко-накрепко вломить, с детства
окей.
слабеньких чморить. Учат в школе, учат в школе, учат в школе.
Oh, that is so very sad. I let out a cautious laugh. My new acquaintances didn't seem scary anymore. On the contrary, they looked friendly and welcoming. There was something about them that attracted me. Just like this clearing, this moon, and the snowflakes that fell backwards from the ground to the sky. I just noticed that! They do fall backwards! What? As if someone was rewinding a tape. The masked kids got close and I felt their touch. They gave me friendly taps, felt my clothes, as if checking whether I was real. There was no animalistic malice in their touch, only pure childish curiosity. For some reason, I thought to myself, I can trust them. Snowflakes just kept on floating upwards.
Никто тебя больше не обидит.
Nobody will hurt you anymore.
Друг,
Friend.
пусть только попробуют.
Yeah, if somebody even tries to. The fox gave me a slight tug and burst out laughing.
Ну что, Тоша, убежишь с воплями или с нами пойдешь?
Well then, Tosha, will you run away screaming or come with us?
Куда?
Where to?
На аттракционы!
To the amusement park. They're also on something. Help, help! At the moment, Taiga's deceptive silence was broken by the sound of a distant flute. Oh, there we go! Mesmerizing and alluring, it brought about the ring of crystal glass and the whispers of a fresh winter spring. If I had any doubts before, the flute's sound shattered the last of them. I started following my new friends before I could even make my decision. My legs carried me on their own will, and the tunnels made of pine stepped apart, and bushes bowed in front of our procession. Everything looked dreamlike. Because even the clearing we ended up on, I only saw in my dream. The flute soared up in the treetops like some fantastical bird. The snowflakes floated up in a spiral. The moon painted 3 tree branches with silver. Alisa gasped in amazement. I was also in awe. I tilted my hands backwards as far as I could.
Ого, красиво.
What a sight!
Очень красиво.
It's so beautiful. Wolfie howled in agreement. It's really fun that none of them have names except the fox. It's really interesting. Why? Why is that? Okay.
Это мелочи.
This is nothing.
Я покажу гораздо больше,
I can show you much more
если захочешь.
if you want. I did want. I wanted to see what the fox girl saw with her eyes hidden in the semi-dark of her cape. No, I didn't feel weird about these masked kids. I felt weird for being the only one without a mask. I felt like I was naked in the January winds.
Скажите, а зачем вам маски?
Why do you wear these masks? I was trembling, but I wasn't scared. My trembling wasn't caused by the cold. It originated from the peculiar anxiousness, the anticipation of something amazing.
А тебе зачем?
And why do you ask? I touched my cold cheek.
Но я без маски.
I'm not wearing one.
Обожаю человеческие сказки.
I love human tales.
Человеческие ласки?
Human nails?
Человеческие дрязги.
Human human fails. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's because he gave her a name. I wonder if he will give others names too.
Я же говорила,
I've already told you.
все жители поселка носят маски,
All the villagers wear masks.
только скрываются за ними отнюдь не люди.
It's just you won't find anything human underneath them.
И даже я?
Even me?
Ты такой рассеянный, Антон.
You're so clumsy, Anton.
Однажды мы уже нашли твои очки.
We've already found your glasses once already.
И шапку.
And your hats.
И твое настоящее лицо.
And your real face. I looked at the mask the fox was holding out to me. The bunny mask that looks like a silver ingot under the moonlight. I was curious to see the world through its slits. That makes me creeped out. Guys, as soon as we finish the chapter, we will go back to the talking screen. I will give you my theories. Ooh. Okay. Suddenly finding its way through the flute's melody, a thought came to me. The glasses they found were in Simeon's possession. My new acquaintances must have known what happened to him. Or even worse.
А куда подевался Семен? Что с ним стало?
And where did Simeon disappear to? What happened to him?
И с остальными детьми?
And the other children. The bear and the owl looked at each other. The wolf boy curled into a ball, and the fox lowered the pointy nose of her mask.
Тот, кого держали в клетке.
The one who was kept in the cage.
Тот, кто режет мелко-мелко.
The one who cuts into little pieces.
Тот, кто носит кожаное лицо, забрал их.
The one who wears a skin face took them.
Умел бы я креститься, перекрестился бы.
If I knew how to cross myself, I'd do it.
Хотите сказать, это был человек?
So you're saying it was a human?
Чем ты только слушал?
Are you even listening to us?
Разве можно назвать такого, как он, человеком?
How can you call someone like him human?
Одно слово. Взрослый.
There's just one word for him, an adult.
В мире взрослых так легко потеряться.
It's so easy to get lost in the adult world.
Убийцы, жестокие дрессировщики и равнодушные родители.
Killers, cruel animal trainers, and cold parents.
Лучше об этом вовсе не думать, чтобы не грустить.
If you don't want to get sad, better not to think about them.
Не знаю, как вам, а мне печалиться совсем не хочется.
I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want to be sad.
И я сегодня какой-то негрустный.
Somehow, I'm also not sad today.
Антон, а ты?
What about you, Anton?
А?
Huh? I was lost in thought, staring at the pines, trying to pinpoint the location of the flute. I was sure that the person who played it was standing right behind the piney stockade. Someone tall going over the holes in the flute with their long fingers.
Так что, сядем тосковать или займемся отдыхом?
What now? Are we gonna sit and be sad or have some fun?
Алиса хотела что-то показать.
Alisa wanted to show me something.
Давай начнем с самой сладкой части программы.
Let's start with the sweet stuff. The fox girl took out a handful of candy from her pocket and handed them to each of the kids. Puppies shuffled, the smell of pineapple, cocoa and melon wafted through the air. The last treat, a chocolate-covered waffle candy, Alisa put right into my mouth. Ew! Don't put your fingers in someone else's mouth! Ew! My tongue was engulfed in spiciness. I felt like my body was covered in fur and small sparks were running along it. I chewed on the waffle and the chocolate, gulped it down, enjoying the vivid taste.
Спасибо.
Thanks. Oh my gosh, they're doing drugs! They're doing drugs! I was about to ask, how do they not feel cold? But if after eating some candy you feel like you have fur, surely something's gotta be off with it. Oh my gosh. Mind blowing. The cool kiss. The cool in like the borders. Not really cool. My gratitude was barely audible because my lips were already touching the insides of the mask. I didn't even notice how I put it against my face. My papier-mâché was warm. The mask stuck to my skin, giving it a nice prickle. The kind when you dive into a hot bath after being outside in winter, when you lie there and purr from the soapy water.
Говорила же, это твоё!
See? I told you! This is yours!
Моё!
Mine?
Чего стоим? За нас веселиться никто не будет.
What are we waiting for? The fun won't have itself.
И то верно.
You're right. The melody kept swirling in the field like a hurricane. I couldn't wait to release the energy, the heat that this enchanting music was filling me with. The owl jumped and disappeared into the sky. I heard the laughter from somewhere above, and then she landed back, huffing and sighing.
И ты так можешь. Попробуй.
You can do it too. Give it a try. I followed suit. Oh, colors! Colors! For the first time. Okay. My feet tore off from the ground. I flew toward the stars like a rocket and screamed from happiness after seeing my friends down below. They're doing drugs. For sure. Okay. The winds helped me fly. It felt like I was jumping on a huge trampoline. Whee! The stars looked like vivid sparkles that I could reach and lick up. The moon also got closer, and then I plunged. I got scared that I'd break my legs for a moment, but my soles landed softly on the ground and I regained my balance.
С нами ты в безопасности.
It's your favorite scene? Okay. I'm savoring it then. You're safe with us.
И все твои мечты станут явью.
And all your dreams will come true.
Я так счастлива наконец обрести тебя.
I'm so happy that I finally found you.
Зайчик!
Bunny. In a fit of merry laughter, I realized the most important thing. These four are not a threat. My real enemies, and I felt that with every single hair of my mask, were those who knew nothing about magic. Humans from the village. I also realized how alive my surroundings have become. I heard the dry grass under the snow moon. I saw faces of the trees and the stars. The trees were smoking and the stars were grimacing in fear. Oh. Hello? Okay. That's right. Be scared. I'll jump up to you and... I snapped my teeth, then let out a jubilant laugh, jumping up along with the fox. We flew higher than the tallest pines and stayed in the air. As well as Oshi followed my lead. I knew that she was smiling, so I smiled too. And the flick just kept on playing, going us higher and higher.
Эй, тебя что, заколдовали?
Okay. Hey, did someone put a spell on you? That someone is standing next to me, I thought, trying to unglue my chin from the desk. My muscles felt slightly sore, but that feeling was pleasant. The whole class was wandering about for some reason, whispering and passing notes to each other. Their faces looked like discolored masks to me, bleak and boring. Okay, so it's like the next day, I guess, because we didn't sleep all night, now he's dozing off, I guess. Okay, I yawned, remembering the time I was soaring high above the forest with Alyssa by my side, laughing and squeezing my hand. That is really interesting, because in the first episode, I was wondering, I told you guys, will we ever get any color in this novel? And I was thinking, right, at some point we should get color. It is really interesting that they, in fact, did give us colors to, like, oppose the, like, bland reality that he lives in versus this, like, magic experience. That's really, really good, really nice. Okay, let us continue. Perhaps no, probably it was all just a dream. Because I didn't walk back from the forest, just woke up in my bed on a normal morning with tea and medicine. Still, I was hardly worried about trying to find a rational explanation for my night dance. That feeling of flight was much more important. The knowledge of how it feels to be hanging in the air above the treetops of majestic pines and baring my teeth at the moon.
Прости, задумался.
Sorry, I got lost in thought.
Слышал уже про Катю?
Have you heard about Katya? Did she go missing too? Yeah, we see the third poster right behind her head where she's standing right now.
Huh?
Oh? Honestly, will anyone be missing her? Certainly not me. I mean, it is cruel to say, I'm sorry, but like, obvious. I glanced at the empty seat in front of me.
Катя пропала.
Katya went missing. Yeah, there's her picture. My sleepiness was gone in an instant. I frowned in suspicion.
Как пропала? Быть не может.
What do you mean? It can't be. Yeah, there she is. She's only 12 and already so mean. You examined all the objects in episode 3. Oh, they gave me a badge. No, wait, it's the end. Ooh. What? Already? Okay. Let us press start. If it would work, please. Will you? Okay, and now we will save. We will go and save. I suggest we save. No. Wait. I suggest we will save here. Guess it was the save that we did today, just to check. There we go. Main menu. Paulina, stop talking. Do not spoil anything to me. Do not talk, girl. Not right now. Okay. Oh, all the animals are here now. Wait. The last time it was like one animal per chapter. But then we have, from this chapter, 2 animals were added. Now it's like all of them. I see. That is so very interesting. Okay, let us go back to the talking screen and we will discuss what we just saw, and I will give you guys some of my theories. Wow, okay. So, what do I think? I don't even know. I feel like my own theory, just now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like it has some weak points. But, okay, let me put it like this. My initial thought was that missing children are becoming these children in masks. However, I feel like that might not always be true. If the missing children are connected to the group of, let's call them animals, if they're connected to them, if the animals are the ones who are making children missing, then it is very strange. First of all, I do think that it is a cult. It might really have some magic involved. However, I do think that if maybe they're like, maybe not all children who went missing are like capable of joining the animals. I do think that the bear boy does sound like a lot like Simone. However, it feels like this group was formed a long time ago. It was already like 4 of them in the very first episode, I think, dancing. So that might not be him. They might not be just reusing voice actors, or their voices are just similar. Anyways, if we consider that it is a cult, however, my theory was stronger before they said that it was an adult who is like kidnapping children. However, they could lie. So let's give a possibility that these animals are performing like rituals, because it's a cult. They might be performing rituals with like kids who, in their eyes, have some qualities of a bad adult, which like being mean, being a bully, which makes sense. We don't know nothing about Vova. We know nothing about the very first missing girl, though. I doubt that she could be that harmful at 6 years old, so we don't know about those two. However, the disappearance of Katya and Simon, these disappearances do prove a point that min kids might be disappearing. What else? I do think that this might be a real ritual behind all this, because we were given, by Paulina, we were given a story of a man who went in the woods and he had to hunt for like 3 days, and then he came back and he was singing, like reciting a nursery rhyme about animals. So, what I'm thinking, they will be performing some kind of a ritual, and they do need to do that for like the crazy things to stop happening. Because we see that like the situation with the mom and dad, it could be a regular like seizure and just a hysterical reaction from the dad, but the way it was framed is very unsettling. I would say that it might be something more than just a regular seizure. So I'm thinking that Anton needs to join this band of animals, perform some kind of ritual, and then he will be able to leave this place, like move to somewhere else or something. That is what I'm thinking. However, I do not know in this case who is making children missing, why, and if he's working for the sake of this ritual and he will be working with the animals. I don't know. That is really, really strange and interesting. I also feel like there might be a possibility, another theory. I also feel like maybe children need to be sacrificed in a ritual for like this magic to continue, and then like the animals are the guardians of these rituals. I don't know. That is so interesting. You have a very analytical mind. Thanks. I'm just so curious. I really love like, you know, if I watch a horror movie, I really like the ones that have some kind of an urban legend to it. So, it's not just a ghost in a house and those who live there are scared and they invite people to like perform the what do you call it? The exorcism. I like when someone finds something disturbing and it turns out to be connected to some urban legends and then they investigate it. So that is kind of the feeling that I have here. However, so far, it is really hard to connect the dots, and it's like the third episode already. And I was told that the fifth episode will be disappointing. So I assume that we will have another like lore bump in the fourth episode, and then in the fifth it will go nowhere. But I really hope that it's not that bad. Because so far it's really interesting. It's like, what is going on? I was also, I think on the last stream when we were playing the second chapter, I was also discussing with the chat if we think that that Anton is hallucinating all this, if we think that he's just crazy and magic does not in fact exist, and he's just making all those things up, because there were some moments, for example, in the very first episode, he found a mitten, a glove, and when he took it, he was like, it was soaked in blood. But then he came home and his mother were like, you crazy? This is just a regular mitten. It's not even wet. What are you talking about? Go take your meds. So because of that, I was like, maybe she does have some mental thing to him. So he might not be completely crazy, but he might have either like a really good imagination, or he just has something going on that like finishes the picture of the like experience that he's having with the animals. Have you seen Cabin in the Woods? Yeah. When they came there, like when he met all four animals. Yeah, I was about to ask, like, isn't that our house? Like we were in the woods, but it's here. So it's like the other house. I see. Fourth is a banger. I really hope so. Because you see, I was on an event where the devs of this game were saying like, "Hi guys, the fifth episode is coming soon." They were like introducing it briefly. I think they showed us the trailer. Putting together the small details is a big part of the game experience. I see. Yeah, that's why we get a lot of these like eye points at different locations. I gotta say to you, I missed a couple in the very first chapter because I pressed on mom too early, or like there was a point where I needed to go out of the house and then I was in the kitchen and I wanted to go back and like check out a couple points that I didn't check. I do hope that they were not that important. It was just like parts of the kitchen. But yeah, other than that, I collected on everything, I believe. So far, I do not believe Animals Gang. I do not think. I mean, even if they tell the truth that, yeah, the adult was the one who kidnapped the children or like killed the children, I see no reason not to believe that they are working with that person. They might be telling whatever to Anton to just lure him in. I do think that it is a cult, in a sense, powered by like the power of this local urban legends of animals who are like giving you some trials. Because I think in that nursery rhyme it was like a bunny is cooking the dinner and he's like giving it to all the animals. Who's to say that this metaphorical dinner is not a human sacrifice that he needs to make in order to stay with his animal friends? I'm like going into a really dark theme here. I'm pretty sure that it will not be that dark, but I do think that there is potential for that. I'm really excited to see if I'm right. Because I do think that he, as a protagonist, will be playing the deciding role here. He will be playing a huge role in this whole experience of a cult. That is so strange. Do we think that no, it will be spoiler territory. I do not want to know spoilers. I am a little bit wary of the lieutenant. What was his name? Tihanov. I am a little bit wary of him. I do not think that he necessarily has anything to do with the cult. We will be calling them the cult because they are. I assume. But there was an unnecessary amount of screamers with involving him. So I was like, that's gonna be telling something. They could not just scare us out of nowhere. I mean, they did with the TV, but I don't know. It is a little bit inconsistent, I gotta say. Sometimes those screamers, they make sense, and sometimes you just think whether or not this should be telling you something. But I'm trying to note everything. Hopefully, I will do a good job at deciphering what is happening. I wonder how far I am from truth so far. Even though I have like a couple theories, not the one consistent one. But because it's sad. My theory of a bear being being Simone is shattering of the point that there was, I think, already 4 of them in the first chapter dancing outside. However, maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe there wasn't 4 of them. Maybe there was 3. I don't remember. I need to go back and look, I think. But it's just his voice is really similar, and why would he have a wounded hand? And I think it is the same hand that that Sema had the ring on. I'm spiraling. At this point, I'm like, the voices, the clues. Like, I'm going crazy with all the characters. I'm sympathizing them so much that I'm also going crazy. I really wonder how much Anton's mental state is playing a role here, because he is taking some meds, and they were proven to make him really sleepy. On the other hand, he could be treated for anxiety, right? Because he seems like a very anxious kid. Maybe he's just treated for anxiety. That also makes sense. Like, yeah, and this is just happens to be, a medication that is affecting him a lot, in the sense that he's like feeling sleepy right after, and you see, also the way he doesn't remember how he got home. I guess it might be also just a figure of speech to not mean anything, just to be like, oh yeah, actually, that joy and whimsy that we experienced made me forget how I get home. But actually, he does forget. It's just not important to the plot right now. But I do feel like the meds might be doing something to him as well. He might be forgetting things. So yeah, that are my thoughts so far. That is really scary. Also, the amount of screamers this episode was insufferable. Especially the 2v one. Why? You're picking on details I only noticed replaying. Yeah, I'm cool like that. No, it's just... you see, I'm an over-analyzer. I really enjoy analyzing the shows I watch, or like the movies that I watch. So I naturally just built a habit of looking into stuff really like and intensively, I guess. So yeah. I wonder if we will have another missing child in the fourth chapter. I don't think so. I think in the fourth we gotta dive into the investigation already. I feel like it would make no sense to give us another missing child because it won't be progressing the plot anyhow. And also, who could possibly go missing? Like Basha? Who cares about him? I mean, I didn't care much about Katya too, a part of her rich baiting me. But like, I don't think it will have another missing kid. I do think that we will be working on trying to get to the children. But also, seems like I keep on thinking a thought and then interrupting myself because I think another thought that is like the contrary of that one. That is why I'm like huffing and puffing over here. I've been thinking right now, maybe Anton has some potential to, as I said, I do think that there would be a ritual of like children's sacrifice at some point, because I do feel like Anton has been diving into the violent tendencies ever since he accepted the mask. You can see that he's like slowly diving into the madness. He's like becoming more angry. He's like forwarding his anger in outside worlds, and it is scary. And it might be confirming my like sacrificial ritual theory, because this meal that he's bringing to other animals, what is it? What is it? So yeah, I'm thinking that gotta be a human sacrifice, and he's the one delivering it. The bunny, specifically, like speaking of the roles, the bunny's the one delivering it because the bunny is always depressed. Like, in like the animal world, bunny is a prey. So it's reasonable for a bunny to be the one who's like connecting the human worlds and animals worlds, in this case, in the case of the cult, because he's like the one who was oppressed enough to be like the driving force for violence from the animals, I guess. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it, but I do think that it is something interesting to think about. So yeah. We'll have a lot of fun at fifth. I hope so. I hope so. I wonder. No. Okay, I will not be asking anything because I don't want to hear any spoilers. I will be thinking. I will be spiraling to the whole week until the next episode. I will be also going like the concept, the concept of the animals. Oh my gosh, that is so interesting. I love it so much. I didn't expect that I would love it so much. For the first 2 episodes, I was like mildly interested. I was like, well, actually, it's not bad. It's like visually appealing. I do think that we have a lot of unnecessary flirting, unnecessary family dynamics. We do have a lot of like, I don't know, rubbing salt in the wounds with like whole almost divorce thing. And I am a little bit confused about the way that Anton speaks of his sister, of this like light and everything. It is, as I said, a little bit not how children would talk about their siblings, in a sense that it's a very adult way of thinking and talking that is like not necessarily suiting the character, because it feels like it is projected from the others of the game. You see, it's like it doesn't feel in character for Anton to be speaking so strangely. I mean, he's strange, I guess. But yeah, I do think it's a little bit out of control. And also the way he speaks about Paulina as well, that she's like, oh, she's like a well that you drink from in the hot summer day. Huh? Has anyone thought about anyone like this at 13? I mean, you can be romantic at any age, but it's just this such an adult metaphor. I don't know. A little bit strange. You sound like an experienced fan of this game. I don't know. No, I'm just like, I'm trying to connect the image that I like perceived of the characters, and then I'm like trying to find the weak spots in their characterization, I guess. Because I'm also like I do have a lot of original characters. I have a couple of lores that I also write my characters for. So that is why I'm like, that is a little bit uncharacteristic for a child. Because maybe that's just not how I would write a child. Maybe there are rights in their own ways. But I do find it a little bit strange. So yeah. What else? Yeah, I think the most thing that he's thinking a little strange. A lot of things he mentions come from authors of the game, not original story. I mean, you see, I do realize that we are reading like the narrator's text and everything, but the thing is, if it wasn't coming from the first person perspective, if it was just like Anton thought or like Anton felt that I don't know, she sparkled his life or whatever, it would be a little less strange. But because it's like I thought or like I felt, you know, that is, we are reading his inner perspective. That is why it is strange. If it was the narrator was the other person than Anton, I don't know. It's just, yeah. As I said, it does feel like others in some points did not align their view of characters with how those characters would think about each other. That is, that is the thing, I think, the point that I'm trying to make here. The game is an adaptation of a short horror story. Ah, I see. So it's not like an original work. I see. Do you know the name of the original story? So I can probably check it out after we finish the game. It's the same name. Okay, I will look into it. Hopefully after the game, I will remember. Dmitry Mordis. I see. Okay, let me actually put it in my notes so I won't forget to check it out. Okay. There we go. So yeah, I am really curious about this whole cult thing. I'm really curious about whether or not they will be they like are working with the one who is kidnapping children, considering that they're always talking in riddles. I don't know. I'm suspecting everyone at this game. I am wary of everyone and I'm scared of everyone. What else can I say? So yeah, That is something I have in mind. Also, I wonder if the owl is a girl or a boy, because it sounds like a boy, or like the voice is very distorted to be sounding like a boy. But I thought that they said that it's she, then it's gotta be a girl. So yeah, guys, that is my points of view so far and all my theories I have so far. I really hope that we will be getting more info in the next episode on like how they're all connected. I do not think that they will be revealing who the children are, the animal children. And I do not think that they will give us another missing kid. However, I would really appreciate to learn the backgrounds of Vova and the other missing girl. That would be really appreciated, because I really wonder if the pattern is that only mean kids disappear. But I mean, how can you be mean in 6? At 6 years old? I'm afraid. If it's children, animal children making other children missing, what could possibly that girl do to piss them off? Also, I'm really interested what qualities you need to have to be considered for the role of this like animal, because you see they were like, yeah, I knew that you would fit the role of bunny. Why? As I said, maybe because he was like oppressed, so he's like seen as a prey, but also he has some violent tendencies locked inside him. Maybe that is the qualities to be the bunny. But then other animals, I wonder. We will see. So yeah, that would be it for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Check out my recent cover on the channel, Otto's Elf, the English version that I made. I'm really proud of it. And I'll see you on, let me see when I will see you, on 25th. We will see what we will be doing. Probably some chill, maybe some Genshin, maybe some Star Rail, maybe ZZZ, because I started playing it and I like it so far. So yeah, maybe it will be some kind of a chill stream. Or maybe we'll be trying Emily's Away. I will give a separate announcement for that. And then on 29th, we will be continuing Sunny Bunny. So yeah, thank you all guys so much. I hope you had fun, and see you on 25th. And may the stars let us meet again. Bye-bye.